So it's too early. Okay, there we go. Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, the personality events here, and welcome to Live and Wired episode 31. Blue dabba dee dabba da, dabba dee dabba da, dabba dee dabba da. Joining as always, we have that long-haired creepy guy.
Yo.
And the peanut butter to our jelly and bread sandwich. The one that holds us all together, Patricia.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Also arguably the most nutritious part.
I guess so. I don't really take any credit for it, but I do appreciate it. Anyway, so...
Wait. Epic Jason says X9000. Epic Jason X9000 says, wait, 13? You mean 31? Did I say 13? I'm good at this. So,
it's a conspiracy.
Oh, yes. But as you all know, this is Live and Wired. We talk about all the new happenings on entertainment and the internet with limitations. Otherwise, we'd be talking about how my Twitter feed, for some reason, is full of All Might lewds. But anyway, how's everyone doing tonight?
I'm doing good. The reason why I wasn't there last time was because I was recovering from a cold.
Yes. And of course, you still tried to make it. I remember that we had a lot of technical difficulties on as well as it. It's like technology and the internet itself was just like, Patricia, get some rest. Dear God, you've done enough for these two.
Yeah, I actually did try to make it. That's true, but it just didn't work out.
That's just it happens. Don't worry yourself anymore on it. I mean, I've deal with being alone in a room with Decker before. I mean, so this wasn't really all that different, except that this time I wasn't able to corral him using physical violence, so I had to go with sarcastic insults.
That's okay. Another thing happened while, you guys were doing the show. I was, I was mustering up whatever little strength that I had to go to Florida because I was visiting my friend Kevin's wedding. Kevin, my co-host of Old School Lane, he recently got married, so I was over there to see his wedding.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the wedding turned out great, and he.
Okay. Kat Liniska says, "Creepy, I have a tiny Chibi Cthulhu plush. I named him Chib, or tiny Cthulhu plush. I named him Chib." And also, Kat Liniska adds later, "Also, Decker, sorry for the All Might spam."
Aww. That's very sweet.
Anthony Watson says they were just watching a Mothra crossover episode. Memories. I really like the Mothra Heisei movies. I'm wondering how Mothra is going to come out in the new Legendary picture. Because Mothra always had, there was in the Heisei era, all the kaiju got, darker and grittier and more real. But Mothra got a little more gritty, but also got a little more campy. Mothra just became a little more extreme version of Mothra. So I'm wondering if Legendary's really going to pull off Mothra well, because Showa Mothra is fun, and Heisei Mothra is even more fun. So I can't really imagine a serious, realistic Mothra that doesn't have fairies and Batra and like Power Ranger shit going on, and it's Morphin time.
Yeah, well, even the Power Rangers movie had a gritty reboot.
And very tiny women doing the Macarena to summon.
Oh boy.
And don't forget about the what was it, like the Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme cameo when Rita Repulsa went into the donut shop.
Krispy Kreme! I want Decker and I to review the Power Rangers movie. I think we need to make this like a special where we review the what was it, the 1994 or 5? I think it was 94, 95. The 90s Power Rangers movie, and
with Ivan Ooze.
Yes, the one with Ivan Ooze.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
the one where they start off the movie with like. What was it like? They do skydiving for some reason.
Yeah. Oh God.
And Tommy is on this kind of like ski, a hoverboard kind of thing. I'm not really sure what it was, but he was like riding it down while he was skydiving.
And Daniel Blake says, "Hi, I'm new, Decker. Please notice me." And I can tell you're new because if you really wanted me to notice you, you would have sent a super chat. I kid. I notice people on occasion. It's just I feel a little more obliged with money because someone just paid me. It's like it's kind of a dick move to not even just, like, oh, thanks for the cash. Yeah, you have a question? Fuck you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. I did a Power Rangers podcast with a few friends of mine, and outside of like the second Power Rangers movie, I never delved with it again until I had to look at Super Samurai and Megaforce, and apparently that was a mistake.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had completely. That movie slipped my mind. There's three. There's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. There's Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and then there's
the Power Rangers reboot. Yeah,
just Power Rangers. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, we need to review. We need to have a month of crossovers. We need Power Rangers month.
And also you should do the Alpha Christmas
Alan
special.
J. Ahmed dropped £2 and says, "Money."
Thank you, Alan J. Ahmed.
Yes, next time we're going to get a super chat that's just going to say chat.
Okay, Daniel Blake is asking what's next on the review list. That's not entirely certain. I mean, I'm working on one right now, but me and Creepy also, we have a thing we're trying to... We were trying to do it, but things got a little crazy, and also I had a backup set, and I didn't tell Creepy, and I also was waiting just to see about if I could fuck with him, and indeed, I could fuck with him. The sending of a message like...
With me, I just want to let that sit for a second.
So, Creepy and I, we were going to try and do a bit of a crossover last review, but he got really busy, had a whole bunch of stuff going on at once, and appliances breaking kind of shit happening.
Yeah, like real quick to give everybody a very quick synopsis. The washer at my house broke like completely, and it broke in the middle of washing bed sheets. So, like, my bed doesn't have sheets on it. The bed sheets are soaking in this big washer filled with water that is very, very slowly turning brown. Not a good sign. And there's no way for me to fix this thing. I ended up having to take the dirty clothes. I ended up having to wash the sheets by hand so that I could put them back on the bed. Then I ended up taking all of the laundry to the laundromat so that it could wash there. And then I had to help pick out a new washer that could be delivered. And all of this was happening the week of Valentine's Day and the week of like grocery shopping, a visit to the vet, and a bunch of other crap that was going on. So basically, that is why there has been no activity on my channel for over a week. I have been trying to get caught up.
Yeah.
I really lucked out on Valentine's Day. I completely forgot it existed, and so did my fiance. Her sister came over just like with a random like, "Hey, you guys, it's Valentine's, and I got some stuff, and you can have it." She had some flowers, some chocolate, like, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day!" And we both kind of looked and we're like, "Oh, we said, huh?" It's a who? But yeah, Creepy and I, we were going to be working on a script together for the last review, but he was really busy, and I was working on something on just kind of as a backup, and that was the Meg review. And it was still taking a while. I was still editing it Wednesday morning. Thank God for fast internet.
We actually have two super chats. One, $2 from John Horde, who said, "Blashirik H something, I don't know." And £2 from Toby Kirkby, who says, "More money."
Blashirik. More money.
More money.
Yeah.
I was trying to kind of mess with Creepy a bit on that, because I was like, I thought maybe he was going to call me up Thursday or Friday, or was it Friday and Saturday? Which day was it? I can't remember, but it was like it was going to be enough time that I was thinking I was getting uncomfortable. I was like, I want to go working on something before then, so I was working on the Meg review, and then comes Sunday. Monday, and still nothing. So I'm like, So I just finished off the Meg review, and I'm thinking like, okay, I should message Creepy at some point. So I wait until like Wednesday night, right before I post the Meg review, so he doesn't know that I've already got something else. And I'm like, hey, we're gonna work on that script. The fun.
And then he finds out how my week has been, and he feels horrible, or as close to horrible as he is capable of.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's maybe not the best time for the joke, but better tell him. Oh, it's fine. I got some.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much.
So we made plans to work on the script tomorrow, hopefully. So.
Which I'm also working on something else, kind of in the meantime as well. Not that I don't trust you, Creepy. I just. You
don't trust me?
No, I don't. No, I gotta. What? Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we know when we're going to be working on that script, we can make plans for when we're going to review, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Patricia recommended the Alpha Christmas special.
Yes.
Yeah. I was wondering because we needed like a fourth to really round it out. I was like, is there like a Power Rangers parody movie that people actually put in the effort to try and?
Well, I mean, there's lots of there's a couple of them. There's like this dark, gritty Power Rangers parody thing that's on YouTube. Yeah. There's Kerber's Parody Rangers series. There's Mighty Mashin Emo Rangers from like.
And I guess you can always fall back on Super Sentai if you really need something.
There you go, Super Sentai. There you go.
Yeah. So and then the Power Rangers movie, and maybe we'll review like one of the Super Sentai movies. I know there's like this huge crossover between Space Sheriff, Masked Rider, and I think Sentai too. So
I'm just wondering, when you get to the point where there's more good guys than there are like the general Putty Patrol Nazi ducks, like at what point do you say, okay, bad guys have lost already?
Right.
Like they don't even need to get the Zords. They can just run up to the giant enemy and just keep punching it until it goes down.
They just stand on each other's shoulders. There's so many of them, and then they'll just do that.
Pretty much so.
Anyway, I think I've gotten us off track, but
we have been way off track for about 12 minutes. But point is, we got lots and lots of stuff on track, I think.
Yes, we do, because there's not as much stuff to cover this time around compared to the others, but it's still a lot of crazy crap. Like,
Diane Tree Dreaming is asking if I have a girlfriend. No, I have a fiancé.
That's completely different. But no, but yes, he does have a significant other. Although for Valentine's Day, that's completely different.
Well, I mean, we had chocolate. We just didn't either of us go out and get it. So.
Fair enough. All right, so what should we cover first? I mean, there's so much to discuss about.
Well, there is, of course, the easy to go to, the topic of the title of this particular episode.
Oh yes, which I guess we should cover that because it is pretty obvious. So.
And Vance McDonald is saying review Disney reboots. So it's not really a reboot, but it's kind of in this topic.
It is very much so in this topic.
Grimjoy dropped $5 saying, have you heard about the Resident Evil Netflix series? Heard of, haven't really checked out. I watched a couple of the movies way back when, and that was enough for me to say, okay, just never mind. I'll just play the games. So it's...
Yeah, I'm sure that maybe we'll go into more in detail about that later. But for now, yes, let me just bring up the article discussing about...
A dark and gritty reboot of Gummy Bears? Wouldn't that be like Clay Bears?
Oh, geez, that would be interesting.
I would not like Clay Bears. I would stick to Gummy.
All right. So yeah, I found it. Here we go. So yes. So yeah, basically about a week or so ago, the Aladdin reboot trailer had just come out on YouTube, and everybody was
Disney doing that crazy thing you never thought of before, where they take their animated movie and make it live action because everyone always wanted that.
Gee, I know, what a concept, right? I know. So
And they cast it using actors who are nowhere near Middle Eastern, like not even remotely.
yeah, exactly. So
And you can get away with that in voice acting because and they're going to speak English.
yeah.
So.
Exactly. All right, so here we go. So yes, Will Smith is the genie. We have been talking about that for quite a while now, but now we actually get to see what he looks like. And oh man, has the internet been going so crazy about his appearance, as we say. So I'll read this one off.
Diane
It was
Icky
nearly,
Hatton dropped $5 in a super chat saying, "Loved Smith since he was West Philly born and raised, but with his recent films, I'd be feeling blue too."
So would I. All right, so let's trade this off, shall we? So it was nearly 9 p.m. Eastern time when it happened. The latest trailer for Aladdin playing during a commercial break for the Grammys. There were scenes featuring Aladdin, Princess Jasmine, and Jafar. Fans were curious, will we finally get to see Will Smith as the genie in the blue form that we grew to love from the 1992 animated film? As blue smoke started to make its way out of the lamp, the anticipation grew. This is it. This is the moment. And this is when we saw it. It's Will Smith as the genie, and this is what everybody had said. Basically, yeah, yes, the genie looked wildly brolic. As a whole, Will Smith as the genie was frightening. It was odd. It was nightmare-inducing, and many people seemed to agree with the latter. As said by Maurice on Twitter, Genie Will Smith got a whole ass equinox in that lamp. Joe O'Malley says, okay, I'll say it. Will Smith as a live-action genie in that new Aladdin trailer is actually a fucking nightmare vision. As far as I'm concerned, that thing is a horror movie now. Jason King says, I used to be afraid of the dog from Son of the Mask. One of the few nightmares I did remember distinctly was that character chasing me down the street and then sinking its teeth into me. I haven't been afraid of a character since. Until today, Will Smith Genie is terrifying. And probably my favorite, this past week we got a trailer for Child's Play and Pet Sematary, yet Will Smith as the genie in Aladdin is one that'll actually give me nightmares. Beautiful.
Joe Reed. Read the one from Joe Reed.
Fuck the kids. I, a grown man, might have nightmares of Will Smith as Genie. This is how many nightmares Will Smith Genie from the new Aladdin will give me, and it's that scene where he counts like multiple fingers. Oh god,
so he keeps growing fingers to keep counting fingers.
Yes, that's the one. Oh my god, the horrifying Will Smith Genie nightmare is burned into my eyelids. Help me. Will Smith Genie's about to give nightmares to a whole generation of children. Will Smith is straight nightmare fuel. You get the drift. So yes,
search Twitter for Will Smith Genie Nightmare, and that's pretty much what you get.
Yes, that is exactly what you're going to get. Pretty much nightmare fuel.
Oh, Jacob Kennedy says that beats Prime's death in the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, but you didn't expect that to happen. I mean,
Lazarus Soul 82 dropped a $10 super chat saying, "Do you remember when you first saw the Will Smith Genie? I do, and I've never been the same since."
Oh man,
Mr. JT Fang2 asks, opinions. Do you guys think it's really that bad? And it was shocking the first time I saw it. I feel like it's not so much like bad as it is completely unnecessary combined with shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a combination of effects between the fact that Will Smith painted blue really is not something that was like, hey, that's aesthetically pleasing right there. And combined with yet another live-action Disney remake.
And there will be more coming.
But it's like with the lions in The Lion King, they don't look too bad. They're not by themselves something that is just going to like, whoa. Whereas this, on the other hand, is like, so I feel like the movie's probably going to be about the same quality as most other Disney live-action adaptations, but it is I A dude made a smoke in reality is a little more concerning than one in an animation.
I feel like what it is that I think it's the uncanny valley effect.
Probably.
You know, like we can look at that and we can tell that that's Will Smith, but the paint, the CGI, you know, everything that they use to make Will Smith Genie-esque gives it this very, very off-putting effect when you look at it. When you stare at it, you really look at it, you know, you feel like you're looking at a Will Smith marionette, and it's that really, really bad feeling like you're like
Will Smith's corpse has been reanimated.
Right. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Patricia, what?
I said, oh geez, no.
But also Illumana has dropped $20 saying, love your hair. And I assume they're talking to you, Creepy.
Oh, that's very sweet.
My hair is all frizzy and like it's not doing too good right now.
Yeah. I don't think mine's doing all that great right now, but thank you.
Patricia, how's your hair?
My hair is nah. Not that good. Could be better.
Damn, then I don't know who the hell they are talking to.
But yeah.
How's your hair?
Yeah, I think it's Charlie's hair that they're complimenting. Definitely not ours.
Okay.
She got really nice hair right now. She got all the nice dye going. She got the little cat ears. She got little bells on them. It's really nice.
There we go.
But yeah, I feel like it's.
Mr. JT Fang 2 says, remember the fact the Jinns are originally a type of demon. It makes sense now.
Okay, so basically instead of Aladdin Genie, it's more like Wishmaster. Okay, now I see Will Smith as the gene in Wishmaster. Yeah. I
believe that the original stories about the Jinn were that they were a race that Yahweh had created, like long ago, like before he created humanity, he created the Jinn, but he created them out of a type of fire that didn't produce smoke. But he was displeased with the way they turned out, so he kind of shuffled them aside and went like, okay, let's start over and try again.
He's really not good at getting things right the first time.
I guess so.
But let's see. What was it?
We want to go back and look at some of our early reviews together, Decker.
Spanky32 says Disney and horror don't go together. Or honor. I don't know. I thought it was horror. But either way, there was that talk about Disney and their chairman, Bob Iger, and talking about the fact that Alien, that series, technically falls under the Disney umbrella now, and people are a little concerned about the xenomorph queen being a Disney princess.
And yes, absolutely. So there has been news about it, with the concern ever since that Fox has been purchased by Disney. But let's see what Bob Iger has to say about it. Let's see. You can go ahead and read this one, Decker.
In a massive game-changing deal that sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond, the announcement was first made back in December 2017 that Disney was purchasing most of 20th Century Fox, shelling out a whopping $52.4 billion for the assets. In other words, on the horror front, Disney soon owns Alien and Predator. Mind you, the deal hasn't yet closed. That's expected to happen early this year, but we've been wondering what this will mean for the future of the Alien and Predator franchises. Will Disney be scrapping all of Fox's adult-oriented properties, or does the kid-friendly company plan on allowing them to continue under the Fox umbrella? Well, there's hope for the latter. During the Disney earnings call today, reported by Discussing Film, Disney chairman Bob Iger said they plan on keeping Deadpool, an R-rated brand, and plan to further include R-rated film brands in their future product portfolio. Geek Vibes Nation adds, Bob Iger said they plan to leverage Fox IP once the deal is complete on Disney+, and they are looking at other IPs to add to the service to increase content. We still don't know exactly how any of this is going to shake out, but the good news is that Disney seemingly has no plans on scrapping harder Fox content once they claimed ownership of the studio. One thing we can be pretty certain of, however, is that we've probably seen the last of Ridley Scott's Alien prequel franchise, as well as Shane Black's new version of Predator. If we had to bet on it, we'd bet on both franchises being rebooted by Disney/Fox. So, they're betting on a reboot in the works, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's.
I mean, there is another article discussing more in details about an alien property, but we'll discuss about that a little later. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, the good news is that, you know, we're not going to worry too much about what Disney is going to treat in terms of the Alien and Predator franchise. I mean, it can't go any worse than what it's been going now. Can it?
Leading Blind says Touchstone. Oh, fuck. That means that Hellraiser is a Disney production.
So does that mean that one of the Cenobites could be a Disney princess?
Who was that cute Cenobite in the first one? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
The Chatterer?
No, not the Chatterer. The one that was like, we had to hear it from your own lips.
I'm sure somebody in the chat will probably post it.
The cute one. The cute one. The one, if I had to date a Cenobite, she's who I'd date. I think it's a she. Pretty sure. It's she enough.
Yes, please. Please, chat, let us know. So if that's the case, then yes, we're going to have more horror icons be purchased by Disney. And pretty soon we're going to have ourselves a huge theme park division where it's going to be nothing but like horror icons and like one section of the corner, maybe for the adults late at night. Let's see. Mr. Will Guitar gave us £10, who says, "Thank you for all your work, Decker. May I ask, is it creepy singing He's Decker's Shadow in your heavy metal theme tune endings? Please say yes. That's how I imagine it. Please keep up the amazing work. Respect."
Sorry to disappoint, but that is not creepy. That is, I believe, Manuel Galvin. They're on Facebook at Galvintron. At least they were when they... I had that one bit in the one start of one of the first of the season episodes in the beginning of a year. I had the sort of joke where I was talking about, you know, the various improvements the show is going to have moving forward, and I had the joke like theme song and jingle, and it was just me dancing like an idiot, like, and I was like, okay, let's never do this again. And just a couple of weeks later, I think, or less, they sent that to me, and they're like, hey, we got that, you know, in case you want it, just here you go. And I was like, okay, how do I credit you? And they're like, okay, just here, link my Facebook. That's fine. Yeah, just thanks for all of your work and enjoy. I'm like, okay. And then it took me like a year to think, okay, what the hell can I do? And I just did a follow-up joke. I sat on that for months, like an entire year, until the next year where I had the little joke about having the little theme song jingle again. I played that, and it came out like as it was. I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" Epic
Jason X9000 says Hellraiser is not owned by Disney. They're owned by Dimension Studios / Miramax. They're no longer owned by Disney. Okay, so yeah, sorry, we're not. I guess we're not going to be seeing a Cenobite section in Disney World anytime soon.
Poor Decker.
I just when you have the Disney characters walking around in Disney World and they're all in character, it would be just amazing. Have fucking Pinhead going down, talking to little kids. We have such sights to show you.
I'm imagining, like, you know how the Magic Kingdom is divided up into different sections. You've got like Spaceland and Adventureland and Frontierland and so forth. I'm imagining like there being Hellraiser Land or the Labyrinth or whatever.
There's actually one called Adventureland. I've never been to a Disney park.
Leading Blind says, Patricia, tell them that the female Cenobite is Sister Soulless, aka Deep Throat.
Oh, I like her even better.
Okay then. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Leading Blind.
So is there actually a place in Disney parks called Adventureland?
Yeah. No, well, sort of. It's not Adventureland, but it's kind of close. There is a section in the Magic Kingdom where there is you can go over to like the what was it, like Splash Mountain, and that's where like the other attractions are. So yeah, they do have a section like that.
Okay, good, because I was remembering when I was up in Pennsylvania, there was a summer camp by one river called Adventureland, but their sign leading the river was down by well below the road, so they had the sign up by the road. But if you're going the other way, you can still read the sign, and right in front of it, big fucking graveyard.
A graveyard.
Yeah. It's quite a sight.
That's funny.
Fun for the whole family. Take your kids to the graveyard. I'm sure they'll build a bunch of happy memories there.
Well, they'll build memories. So, anywho.
Yes, anywho. So, while we're still on the subject of Alien, I guess we can briefly discuss about that other Alien property that they have been talking about. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see where it is. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, this one was actually just revealed just a few days ago. So let me just bring it up really quick. Here it is. Got it. So let me just click on screen share. Okay, here it is. 2 live-action Alien series reportedly in development. Ridley Scott involved, and I don't want to see your video. Okay, so Creepy, why don't you go next?
After months of relative silence about the future of the Alien franchise, a new report from HN Entertainment claims that 2 different live-action TV series are being developed. That won't confuse people. The site revealed that their source confirmed one series is being developed for Hulu and has Ridley Scott attached as an executive producer. The other series, reportedly titled Raised by Wolves, focuses on androids and is being developed for TNT.
I'm confused already. Raised by what?
Over the last decade, the Alien series suffered numerous setbacks with its various entries. After 2 films in which the iconic xenomorph squared off with the hunters from the Predator series, Scott, who directed the original Alien, delivered audiences Prometheus, which served as a prequel. Despite the film's many accomplishments, it was marked as a precursor to Alien, yet focused more on the horrors of artificial intelligence as opposed to the terrifying xenomorph, leading to a poor box office performance, and many a tirade from Decker that I was privy to.
Yes.
In 2017...
And another thing!
In 2017, Alien Covenant was set to be more in line with what fans of the franchise were expecting in the realm of sci-fi terror, with that film delivering a larger xenomorph presence, but still emphasizing the horrifying aspects of artificial intelligence. Covenant also failed to impress audiences and underperformed at the box office. Multiple consecutive disappointments were enough to doubt the future of the franchise, only for Disney's acquisition of a majority of 21st Century Fox's theatrical assets, seemingly solidifying a grim fate for the series. It looks to me that the Fox deal is certainly going to go ahead with Disney, and I've been with Fox for a number of years now, Scott previously shared with Digital Spy. I'm hoping I'll still probably be there, so whether or not they go ahead with such a dark subject, being Disney, as Aliens remains to be seen. These projects might currently not be nothing more than rumors, though it could be the smart move for the franchise. Various reports have hinted that, following Disney's acquisition of Fox assets, Hulu would be the home for more adult-oriented fare. Makes sense. Given the streaming platform's various dark and disturbing series, this would allow an Alien series to embrace its horrific roots. Not only would the project thematically make sense, but developing multiple series focusing on different elements of the Alien mythology could help revive interest in the series. Stay tuned for details of the possible future of the Alien franchise. Would you like to see the franchise go this route? Let us know in the comments below, or, in our comments over there.
We have comments too.
Yes, we do.
It's used for commentary. But
Yes.
yeah, Epic Jason X9000 saying, it's almost as if the simple premise of the original film isn't suited to being a large, long-running franchise.
Yes, and Boomstick Fire says, so, is there going to be no follow-up to Alien Covenant? Well, shit. Guess we got those new TV series to look forward to. I'm not complaining exactly. Well, I guess that's a fair way to see it.
I'm just worried about Ridley Scott at the helm for an alien-themed TV series. So, okay, so every single episode you're going to go over the question of the meaning of life? Great, thanks.
Yes, it's going to be like Lost in a sense, in which like some kind of big question emerges. We're not going to find out until the last episode of the season, and then it's going to build up to more questions, and then we have to find out in the second season, and then there's going to be like some twists, and then they're going to like throw everything like off into the rails, and then we have to ask another question, and then it's revealed that everybody's dead.
So we also had a super chat earlier.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's Motorcycle US says, Decker,
here you go. I found it. $2 comment from Motorcycle US who said, Decker, how come never reviewed Nightbreed? Can you?
I can, but I gotta get the things together. There's like the theatrical version and then the director's cut, and I hear there's actually some pretty large differences between the two. Like it's one of those deals like with Alien 3 where the director's cut is quite a bit different than the final production, and it changes the meaning of several scenes, kind of thing.
Well, I guess it's one of those things, huh? Let's see. John Ratsey says, are you guys forgetting the Alien Ombius book series? I'm not sure what that is.
Neither am I, so
I guess the answer is yes.
Yes. Sorry.
But,
yeah. Oh God, Dan Inikadon. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Saying smoke monsters. Oh goody. Yeah, I can imagine like they'd be a version of the smoke monsters. They kind of like Mask of the Phantasm, in which like they puff into like different places all at once.
Okay.
All right, so let's go over our next bit of news. One that actually is part of the title card, which when I first looked into it, I was like, no, this cannot be. So Tommy Wiseau. I mean, everybody knows about Tommy Wiseau for The Room, which is one of those quintessential so bad it's good movies. And he had just recently announced a few weeks ago about his next project.
Yeah, and you got to admit, Tommy, like I haven't seen too much of The Room myself. I still need to watch the whole thing. But I've seen enough of it as, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, as a film critic looking at it, it seems like it's a low-budget, bad movie. But Tommy makes the movie. Most of them are just kind of just low-quality actors. But Tommy is a really, really good low-quality actor.
Yeah. So, here we are, a teaser. The Room director Tommy Wiseau's next film is a shark attack movie titled Big Shark. Very clever title, I must say.
How did he directed or like been involved with since The Room? Because I know The Room is what he's well known for. Anything else is what I want.
Oh god, the Nestine 100 says, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." Now I'm wondering the different connotations like that. The shark in Jaws, the animatronic was named Bruce. So.
All right. Anyway, so it's my turn to read this one. During a screening of the infamously bad The Room over the weekend at the Prince Charles Theater, director Tommy Wiseau announced that his second feature is titled Big Shark, and yes, it centers on a killer shark. The news was reported by German website Filmfutter, and we thank reader Matthias Bonner. I don't know, it's probably German. I apologize for bringing it into our attention and translating. Wiseau's new movie as director and star will be Big Shark, about a shark terrorizing New Orleans, Matthias explained. It was announced with a teaser before the Q&A even started. The site describes the teaser starts off with Patrick, played by Tommy Wiseau, who introduces his friends, Tim, played by Isaiah Laborde, and Georgie, played by Greg Sestero, to two women at a restaurant. In the next scene, one of the women calls Sestero's character a jerk, and both slap him. His buddies laugh at him, and he laughs it off. In the following scene, they're walking back to the car where they see water at their feet running through the streets. After a cut, they are already up to their hips in the water, and the background, a largely badly animated shark consumes its victim. After that, the shark goes for the trio, and they try to run away. The title card comes on, after which the shot of the CG shark swimming towards the camera and snapping is repeated multiple times. Matthias adds, according to the article, it was the first time the teaser has been publicly shown. Wiseau explains that during the Q&A that this film is set in New Orleans and he was inspired by his time there to give something back to the city. So he decided to make Big Shark and set it there. Sestero added that the film is about three firefighters trying to save the world, presumably from a big shark. It also sounds...
G-Fanatic94 says, big surprise, a killer shark. That's never been done before. Someone wake me up in 2050.
Yeah. I think that there'll be like 500,000 other shark movies by the time that you wake up, so I don't think that's going to be necessary. Okay, let's
and
see.
everyone's doing tearing me apart, Lisa, but with sharks. Please, shark, why?
Look, Mark, it's a big shark.
Oh, hi, big shark. How was your sex life?
It also sounds like the film hasn't even been shot yet, and that was a promotional teaser, possibly trying to find financing and drum up early hype. It seems like everything is in place, though. The plan is to shoot the film this year and premiere it at the Prince Charles Cinema this September already. While we wait for more, there is the Big Shark teaser below, so you can go watch that.
Which isn't exactly someone had a camera that they pointed at the screen. But you can still see it, so it's better than the nothing you would otherwise have.
Yes.
It's better than Tommy Wiseau and friends in tuxedos playing football for reasons.
The shark is tearing me apart, Lisa!
Kobe. Lazarus Soul 82 says, "So Shark, how's your sex life? You're turning me a shark, Lisa," says Toby Kirkby. Oh man.
Oh, hi, shark.
Oh my God.
Why is that so fun? Oh, hi, shark.
Hi, shark. Oh my God, this is gonna be amazing.
Oh, okay. So there's more shark news, actually. That little board game.
Oh yes, that's right. So we have talked about a couple of times on this show about various board games. We talked about the Resident Evil 2 board game because of the remake that came out of it recently. And
right.
So now, for all of you Shark fans, especially for all you Jaws fans, there is an upcoming board game based off of Jaws. Jaws, the board game, takes a unique two-act approach to recreate the film because everybody wanted to. You wanted to get out of the water? Well, now the water's going to come to your table or something like that.
You just read the card. It's like, okay, so evidently this one says I got to go stuff a rag into the sink's little drain and just turn it on at full blast.
Okay. Oh, great. Like the Wet Bandits from Home Alone. Anyway, so yeah.
I guess I'll take this.
Go ahead.
All these years later, Jaws still endures as one of the all-time great horror movies. And Toy Fair, which doesn't even actually kick off until tomorrow, has been pretty Jaws-heavy this year with Funko's reveal of an entire upcoming wave of vinyl toys based on the 1975 classic. Announced by Gizmondo tonight, an official Jaws board game is also swimming our way. As the site explains, the game is split up in two acts, where the shark has been located. Act 1 is complete, and you can then flip over the game board to begin the hunt in Act 2. And yes, one player controls the shark. In Act 1, Amity Island, the shark prowls secretly through the waters around the island, attacking swimmers and avoiding capture. Meanwhile, the other players try to pinpoint the shark's location while also saving the tourists. Then in Act 2, the Orca experience the climactic battle aboard the slowly sinking Orca. Brody, Hooper, and Quint are well armed, but they don't know where the great white will strike next. The 2 to 4 player game will be released by Ravensburger on June 2019, selling for $30. Ooh.
Yeah, $30. That's actually not too bad compared to how much was the Resident Evil game again? Like over $100 or something?
Well, I guess if you get it, was there a? Oh, you mean the board game?
Yeah, the board game. How much was that again?
Yeah, probably. I think it was like, this board game's gonna be pretty damn expensive anymore.
I know, right? Whatever happened to like the classic $20 board games that you pull out in like parties?
John Washburn's asking, who thought this game was a good idea? And I'm thinking, hey, it's probably better than the NES game.
Yes, much better than the NES game. You don't have to like go back and forth just so you can be able to shoot down crabs and little tiny fish just so you can wait for Jaws.
Right. There was also another board game I remember that I think came out in the early 90s, and it was called Shark Attack. And basically you went around in a circle and you tried to...
But that was for kids. It was the cute, happy shark. This big smiling one with big teeth, and he would eat you and your character is dead now. But it's a happy kids game. This is a horror movie.
Basically this slow moving shark moved around the board in a circle and your job was to try and outrun it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Robert White says I own that game.
Yeah, that's cool. Wasn't that the board game that Board James showcased in one episode?
I think
Probably.
so.
Hmm.
But yes. With all this news on sharks, that brings up our Twitter poll.
Yay!
We have a Twitter poll, and it's based on sharks. Aren't you happy about that? There's a serious lack of real news to base a poll around, except what other shade of color would you like Will Smith to be? So, okay, we got the Live and Wired poll. With shark movies coming up all of a sudden, which of these shark movies would you want to see? And our 4 options are as follows. Shark Trek, Into Sharkness. James and the Giant Shark. White Sharks Can't Jump. Which is true. Have you ever seen a white shark try to play basketball, especially like on land?
Oh yeah. I remember the same way that sharks tried to team up against this tycoon on the Titanic. That's my favorite.
And finally, because we always have to reference it as much as possible until I die, the Predator Shark.
Yes.
On Twitter at Shado, 30 minutes starting now.
Yes, and as always, I will share the Twitter poll on the chat.
Ready?
Also, we have a Motorcycle US dropped $5 and said, "Creepy, what would a feature with Gem, Batman, the animated series, and Scooby Gang be? What would you have it be about?"
That's a good question.
Gem, Batman, and Scooby-Doo. Honestly, believe it or not, Batman is kind of the one that I'm having a hard time picturing, because I can picture Batman and Scooby-Doo together, and I can picture Gem and Scooby-Doo together. It's getting all of them together that's kind of... but I can't picture Batman and Gem together. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I can now, because I can totally believe that Tim Drake Robin would be a fan of Gem and the Holograms.
I can imagine a story.
Nerdbane is asking, a shark that's a predator, isn't that redundant? Oh! He's not really a predator. Aren't we funny?
Hilarious.
Yeah, Scooby and the gang would be heading to Gotham for some reason, and then Gem and the Hologram.
Sorry, but Khan is asking, is there a Batman Beyond happening? I heard it's happening. We talked about that last Live and Wired, I believe.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, I actually did share that article. Right now, now they're saying, "Oh, it's not happening," but now they're just saying, "Oh, but it is," but it's not going to be a theatrical movie. So I don't even know what it is anymore.
I just want more Batman Beyond. Tammy McGinnis, get in your bat suit and go flying places.
Yes. But yeah, I can imagine a plot with Gem and Batman and Scooby together. Like, let's just say that maybe there's like this monster like attacking concerts. Like that Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire movie,
right.
And maybe like we can have the Hex Girls thrown in there in a Battle of the Bands competition against Gem and the Holograms.
My money's on the Hex Girls.
I mean, like, what song would... And then maybe the Misfits can, like, team up or something. And I don't know, like, something. I can imagine, like, maybe, like, I don't know, maybe, like, maybe like, one of the Misfits characters can try to have, like, a hit-on for Batman or something. It's like, maybe she's into capes. I don't know.
I can picture Roxy doing that.
Yeah.
Anthony Watson's asking, "Creepy, how did you come up with the plushy Chibi Hulu in your reviews?"
Oh, I'm not actually the one who does the voice of Chibi Thulu. That's my boyfriend Yama. He records the dialogue and then sends it to me. I just record Chibi Thulu in the little box. And as for how the strings I use, that's a fishing wire.
Okay, Lehman Russ is asking, "How do I live stream with a guest? Please, please." And, well, it depends on what you're using to live stream, but say you're using Google Hangouts on air like we're doing. If you mouse over the screen, a little thing appears on the top where it shows a little picture of a person with a plus sign that says invite people. You click on that, it gives you a link. You give that link to the other person, and it gives them a link to join your Hangout on air.
Yeah, that's basically how you do it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Corey 2000 asks, but does that mean that you have to add G.I. Joe, Inhumanoids, Transformers, and such to this crossover? I don't think so. I mean, I have yet to see Scooby-Doo crossover with G.I. Joe and Transformers. Not yet, anyway. But.
Not yet.
The real Glow Dice is asking, so is Creepy is gay? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just curious. And no, he is straight as an arrow. He just has a boyfriend.
I'm bisexual.
Close enough.
Vance McDonald says Scooby-Doo and Hellraiser. How would that work?
No, I'm going to have to draw a line somewhere.
Sorry, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But in the discussion of sharks, there's also it reminds me of the little thing that, back in last April of last year, I think it was, when I went down to LA for the signing of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space Blu-ray remastered with a 4K source kind of thing. Really nice little thing. They had a signing going on there, and the some of the crew behind the movie that was upcoming at the time. I don't know exactly where the thing is for it now. I should probably look it up. Bad CGI sharks. They were there. They seem like nice people.
I mean, that does sound pretty common, I mean, if you want to make a horror movie that's relatively cheap, you have to make it a shark movie, because there's like a ton of shark movies. Like, it's not even a joke that there are a lot of shark movies.
So you just have people sneaking around, and you just have someone off screen, and they just throw a little bucket of water, and it's like, oh my god, terrifying, and they run.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be in a hallway, and that could happen. Like, it's coming through the thing. Shit.
I remember there was one time I was watching the Sci-Fi Network, and there was this whole slew of shark movies. There was Dino Shark and Sharktopus and one other that I feel like maybe there might have been a Cyber Shark. There probably is a movie about a cyborg shark somewhere. We took the most feared predator in the ocean and we made it even more terrifying.
Yeah, pretty much. Tom Javid,
Joe Hansen is some sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
We all do.
Now, evidently, my cycloptic colleague here tells me that's not possible.
Yeah. Tom David Johansson says, so they did a Batman crossover with Scooby-Doo. What's next? Batman TMNT crossover? I must laugh. Oh, hey, wait, they are doing a Batman versus TMNT. I guess we can go over to our next topic, because that is true, because the next crossover with Batman is going to be with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah!
Yay! I think that they did a comic book out of this.
I can't wait for him to just get sick and fucking tired of Michelangelo's shit.
Yes, that would be so amazing. Okay.
I totally want to read this one.
Yes, go ahead. Batman with the TMNT characters. Okay, go ahead.
In 2015, The Dark Knight met the heroes in a half shell on the comics page for the first time. Now that same team up is headed to animation with an all-star voice cast, and we've got an exclusive first look, as opposed to an unexclusive first look. This spring, Warner Brothers Animation and Warner Home Entertainment are teaming up with DC Entertainment and Nickelodeon for Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, an all-new animated movie that unites everyone's favorite turtles with the Caped Crusader for the first time outside of the comics page. Based on the Batman / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic miniseries. I've got hiccups. That's not in the article, by the way. By James Tynion IV and Freddie Williams II. Well, there's like a generational artist thing or something. The film will see the Turtles meeting Batman and feature our heroes teaming up to face Batman's Deadly Rogues gallery.
Woohoo! I can't wait to see, the Shredder team up with the Joker. That'll be amazing.
Will you call yourself the Shredder? Oh my! Where did you find your name? The Home Shopping Network.
Shredder, what about telling you about bringing strays home?
Oh my god.
The film's voice cast features Troy Baker, The Last of Us, and Batman Arkham Origins as both Batman and the Joker, making him the first actor to ever take on both roles in one project. Darren Criss, the Emmy-winning star of The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, as Raphael, Kyle Mooney, Saturday Night Live, as Michelangelo, Baron Vaughn, Grayson Frankie as Donatello, Eric Bauza.
Yeah, it's Bowser.
Okay, I'm looking at that and I'm seeing it, but I'm thinking Bowser.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, you may know Eric Bauza. He was Tiger Claw in the 2012 TMNT series.
Oh, right. Okay.
Lizard's Reviews asking, what voice was that? John Washburn's like, did I just do Meatwad's voice? I was trying to do Krang. Excuse me.
They both sound similar anyway.
Anyway, Eric Bauza as Leonardo, Rachel Bloom as Batgirl, Tom Kennedy as the Penguin, John DiMaggio as Mr. Freeze, Tara Strong as both Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Okay. That, never mind. Carlos Alazraqui as Bane, and Cass Anvar as Ra's al Ghul. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will arrive on 4K, Blu-ray, and digital late this spring. For now,
okay, so according to the chat, everyone's very disappointed that Mark Hamill will not be the Joker, and also everyone is in agreement that Phalis does a better Krang.
I mean, at this point, hasn't Mark Hamill retired as the Joker already? He did that a few years ago, didn't he?
He retired, and then I think he came back.
Oh, okay. He's like Miyazaki, in which, I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to come back. And I'm going to retire, and I'll do it one more time because whatever. Okay, but yeah, that should be really interesting. I can't wait to see, what kind of story that the TMNTs and characters and Batman will do. I don't know if they're going to be sticking close to the comic book or they're going to be doing their own different thing.
I don't know.
Oh my God! Now everybody's saying say Martha, say Martha. God, no! I don't want the TMNT characters to go up to Batman and say, Martha, Martha. Oh, geez. They're going to throw more it's going to be more flames to the fire at this point.
Okay. So. Yay. One of my videos on my gaming channel is suitable for all advertisers.
Woohoo! Great.
So, speaking of gaming, there was that whole Nintendo Direct.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that just came out a few days ago, and all the cool games that have been revealed. And
everyone's angry because they didn't announce the ones that they didn't say they were going to announce.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Animal Crossing, you bastards?
I know. It's like, wait for E3, guys. Come on. All right, here we go. So, whose turn is it? Is it Decker's turn?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead.
February's Nintendo Direct touches on 31 upcoming and updated games. Super Mario Maker 2 and a remaster of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening were among the 31 games included in the Nintendo Direct for February 2019. A look at some of the highlights. As with several of the Nintendo Switch's successes, Super Mario Maker 2 brings one of the predecessor's best games to a bigger and more enthusiastic audience. Not like those fuckers with the Wii U. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I remember when I saw the trailer and, they were making a slope and they were like, oh my God, revolutionary. There's slopes now.
Well, that's a thing that you couldn't do in the first one. So that was they started off, it's like, oh my God, they're bringing Mario Maker to the Switch. And they're like, slope. And they added a feature. And then they throw new shit. It's like, holy shit, that's a lot of shit. And then they're like, okay, it's 2. I'm like, I can accept that. Mm-hmm. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze are all related to earlier Wii U games, and in this respect, Super Mario Maker 2 is no different, except it's closer to Splatoon 2 being an actual sequel and not like Mario Kart or Donkey Kong, where it was just a port with a few updates.
Correct.
Anyway, Like 2015 Super Mario Maker, June 2019 release Super Mario Maker 2 allows players to create 2D Mario game levels, play them, and share them. One difference is that players can now create slopes as well as stairways. Another is that Nintendo has already pushed further into the educational realm with its do-it-yourself Nintendo Labo range, and could present this in a similar manner. What? I didn't get anything about making shit out of cardboard out of that trailer, but okay. That began Nintendo February 13 video, and a comprehensive remaster of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening closed things out 35 minutes later. Originally 1993 released for the Nintendo Game Boy, a thoroughly refreshed Link's Awakening on Switch features both a bird's eye view and side-scrolling sections, which is the same as the original, and is awaiting a specific 2019 date. Among the announcements, sandwiched in between Mario Maker 2 and Link's Awakening, or Link's Reawakening, as it's been dubbed by them just now, were the long-awaited ensemble action-adventure Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which focused on March, movie superheroes Captain Marvel, a preview, and July 12th release date for Minecraft Challenger, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Dragon Ball Builders Quest 2, the artist is the same as Dragon Ball, so there we go, and a look at Fall 2019 Switch edition of Dragon Quest 9, 10, 11. No, Dragon Quest 11. Shit.
It's a sequel to Dragon Quest.
My inability to read is going to get this stream demonetized. And there is the almost overwhelmingly cute plushie minigame collection Disney Tsum Tsum Festival, which I have no interest in, which includes the franchise's match-up gameplay amidst a range of other diversions. Similarly, and not long after the surprise announcement and release of Tetris 99, a puppet-powered Deltarune arrived, bringing news the Undertale spin-off's February 28 console debut and the 2018 launch of Mac and PC. Iconic Nintendo strategy adventure Fire Emblem is returning to console after a free-play excursion on mobile, with Fire Emblem 3 House becoming available on July 26th. While the mature-themed PlayStation, Xbox, and PC action-adventure Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is coming to Switch at some point before June, which that is pretty impressive to see that is being ported. I'm wondering how it's going to fare, because that is not... That game does not slack in the graphical department on the PlayStation 4, so how low are they going to have to make the resolution is what I'm wondering.
They'll probably do some tweaks to make it fit for the Switch or something.
Quite possibly the first release for its studio after being bought by Xbox console manufacturer Microsoft. Similarly, Racing Sim Grid Autosport is also making a transition from other consoles and computers to Switch mid-year. Action game specialist Platinum Games has sci-fi exploration and kinetic combat hybrid Astral Chain for August 30, which I'm looking very much forward to. I saw like a couple of seconds of the trailer, and I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I have a strong feeling that I want it.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Nintendo Direct. So yeah, everybody's been talking about Wind Waker.
There's all the Final Fantasies coming, except for
not Wind Waker. Link's Awakening. Yeah, it's like Super Mario Brothers 2 and Kirby's Kirby's Adventure is going to be ported over to the Switch. No, we want that Link's Awakening. Yeah.
Sean Haynes is asking, what game was it they may have to lower the graphics for? Technically all of them, but the one I was referring to was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Yes. Because it is, it's an indie title, but they did really push the quality of the graphics for the PlayStation. So I'm looking at that like, dropping the resolution on that is going to make it look muddy as hell, both textures and just gameplay resolution. So I'm feeling like it's probably going to look good. It's going to play fine, but I am a little concerned. What exactly is it going to be like on the Switch? Maybe they'll pull out a miracle. I don't know.
Yeah. Epic Jason X9000 says, "Hey Decker, you need to check out a YouTube video that was posted of John Carpenter attempting to play the Halloween theme on the Nintendo Labo. It's short but really funny."
Now it gives me an idea. Maybe I should get to the Nintendo Labo and learn how to play music. That's an important part too. Mm-hmm. It's like, I got it. Now to play all the bass themes. What the fuck?
What song would you try and play first, Decker, on the Nintendo Labo? Yeah, thank you.
Probably one of the ones that I'm actually not too bad at, like the Phantasy Star 4 opening theme.
So all the really complicated ones, in other words.
Just, avoid those. Just Phantasy Star 4 opening theme.
I imagine it get going well, and then it'll be do 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 conk do do do.
Honk.
And pretty soon it'll sound like Ross's sound song from Friends, where it honk, honk, beeper, beeper.
Sci-Fi Action Movie Review says that came out when Halloween 2018 was coming out, and Epic Jason X9000 adds, yeah, he even said, and I quote, this thing sucks.
Wow. I mean, technically, it's supposed to be like a little gimmick. It's not like an actual instrument, to be fair.
It's like, hey, get some cardboard, get your Nintendo Switch, put it in the cardboard. Holy shit, you have a musical instrument. Or a bicycle. I don't know. It's cardboard.
You use your imagination. But yeah, going into John Carpenter, speaking of that, I actually found this really interesting article from a couple of days ago talking about that he and Kurt Russell were attempting of doing a sequel to Escape from LA that never happened. So let me just pull that up real quick.
I think it's Patricia's turn this time. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's my turn. Okay, so here we go. John Carpenter and Kurt Russell almost made Escape from Earth. I guess that was the sequel name. And I'm trying to get rid of this ad. Go away.
Go. Be gone. Punishment!
Get be gone. There we go. Okay, John Carpenter's Escape from Earth. Lee Wannell has been hired to write the new version of John Carpenter's 80s action classic Escape from New York. And today we had a fun bit of trivia from you guys. Film School Rejects just put out that following Escape from LA, Carpenter and Kurt Russell wanted to make another Snake Plissken movie. At this time, Snake would have been trying to escape from Earth. The project obviously died.
I understand the sentiment, but I'm not sure where he's trying to go.
Mars.
I mean, once you get there, it's like, okay, made it. Well, time to die of starvation.
The project obviously died over the years, but Carpenter did confirm to Ain't It Cool back in 2006 that the project was an idea he had years ago. Specifically, Carpenter told the site, Escape from Earth is an idea we had several years ago, but it never really got any further than that. The story would have taken place after the events of Escape from LA, which saw Snake bring to an end to electricity in order to teach humanity a lesson. The second sequel would have seen Snake navigate the new world, which had naturally descended into war and chaos as a result of his action. With Armageddon on the horizon, Snake's goal was to make a break from his home planet before the end of days arrived. How bad did you want to see Russell and Carpenter re-team for Escape from Earth? I know I styled by a ticket as fast as I could, and I personally think Carpenter and Russell would still have it in them for one more great escape. Let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments below. So, there you go.
Motorcycle US dropped $2 asking y'all's first reaction to War Mech in Final Fantasy. And I'm trying to figure out.
That was a long time ago for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, same here. Sorry.
Sorry about that. I mean, it's not a bad question at all. It's just kind of...
Anthony Hudok says, the plot of this movie, Decker has seen Shane Black's The Predator, and its tone has now taken over the franchise, leading Decker to now attempt to leave the planet to escape this future.
And starve in outer space.
It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
I can just picture Decker being on the space probe that as it orbits Earth, looking down, is like, everything went exactly according to plan, and then he realized, oh, wait, I forgot to pack food and water and a DVD.
No. You see, even though I can't go too far in space before death, it's still better because that way my dead body doesn't have to be on the same world as that.
I have a $2.99 comment from Southern Yaki who said, Patricia, when will you get a camera? Hopefully really soon, as soon as I save up some money. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm sorry for, my camera just futzing up again. Creepy, you have a question from Jake Suster. Have you seen the new Scooby-Doo movie?
Not.
I take it that they're talking about the 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, the 13 Ghosts one. Not yet, but I am going to see it. And yes, I will review it, definitely.
Southern Yankee saying, make Decker get you one. Dang it.
That's... Panzer Raven says, it's live. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here in Holland. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching there, Panzer Raven.
What I got to figure out is how to warp time so that this will actually, like, it can still be enjoyed live for everyone, but it'll also be just whenever you want it. Think about that. All we got to do is figure out how to get time warps to work right, and we got this all figured out. Live with the world all at once.
I'm imagining Decker taking this idea and it being like that kid from those two teenagers from the Scream 4 movie where the one had the mini cam attached to his head and a Bluetooth, and he basically recorded his school day as part of each school day as part of a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I'm confused. I never saw Scream 4.
Well, shame on you.
I saw the first 3. I was like, oh, trilogy, okay. And then like a 4th, I'm like, no.
Oh, well. I'm sure that at some point you guys will talk about it. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Although, technically, Creepy did do a review of Scream 4, but it's the only one that's not on his YouTube channel because of copyright stuff.
All right.
Darn YouTube.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe trying to re-upload it one day.
Yeah. Well, best of luck on that, because trust me, I know what it's like to try to, re-edit and try to re-upload something that has been, kind of like on the sideline for years, and it just doesn't work for some reason. Trust me, I feel you. All right, I guess we can go over to our next bit of news. So, let's see.
Anyone ever watched the 4th Jaws film? I think I did.
Yes, the 4th Jaws film.
Now, wasn't that like the one where it was like later on, like, I'm the grandma going after the shark. It's going after my grandkids. Fucking shark. How long do these things live?
Is this the same shark? The same one that going after my husband? Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I just pulled up another article. So a while ago, we did discuss about Rambo 5, how that's going to be about Rambo going up against a drug cartel. So there's been a little bit more information about it since then. So there we go. Okay, new Rambo 5 Last Blood images introduce Cowboy Stallone's adopted family. So, Creepy, I guess it's your turn.
Alrighty then, let's see.
You gotta read this like Seinfeld.
Why Seinfeld? What does Seinfeld to do with cowboys and drug cartels?
The first sentence, that's it.
Okay, gotcha.
What is the deal with Rambo 5 Last Blood? How about that?
Okay.
There you go.
That's good. So. Hard to say. Sylvester Stallone is out here dressing like a Westworld host. Filming wrapped up in December with the actor appearing to bid a last farewell to the Green Beret character he's first played in 1982's First Blood. At one point, it was supposed to be a monster movie, and I will probably never forgive Hollywood for vetoing that idea. Yeah, we went over that.
We did talk about that.
Rambo versus Predator.
Just a whole lot to process here, but some new photos shared by Stallone himself give a better look at his co-stars Yvette Montreal, the Fosters, and Adriana Barraza, the Strain, who Stallone refers to as John Rambo's adopted family. I was actually expecting him to say something far, far worse, but okay. The film will reportedly see the character crossing the Mexican state border to rescue a friend's daughter who has been kidnapped by the cartel. Adrienne Grunberg, Get the Gringo, will handle directing duties on a script co-written by Stallone and Matthew Cyrilnik, something. Nick. Stallone's been trying to get this bad boy going for a decade after the Rambo slaughtered $113 million worldwide on a $50 million budget. Truthfully, these new images don't reveal a whole lot, other than the fact that there's going to be a ton of horseback riding in the movie, and at some point, John Rambo will hold a fork and knife while staring into the distance.
We just got a $10 super chat from Omega Gaming. It says, going to be the last super for a while. Decker, never knew you were a Lordy fan. Found out in the Dark Floors review. Also, I am now filing a lawsuit against you for making us watch a shirtless Creepy. Oh, he wasn't just shirtless, though.
No.
Sorry, but
that was the fun part, calling up Creepy for working on that crossover. I'm like, hey, could you send me a video of you dancing in your underwear? Trust me, it's for business, not pleasure. But send as many takes as you want.
But I kind of dig the weathered, sleepy-ish tone of the whole thing. So the movie makes you feel like you're going to fall asleep. This is not encouraging. It's got a real old man Rambo vibe to it that suits the 72-year-old Stallone well. Okay, this article has not done a good job of instilling me with confidence for any...
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh, the pictures make me feel like wanting to go to sleep. It's like, gee, now I want to really watch the movie. So, yeah, apparently this is Sylvester Stallone's official Instagram, and yeah, these are a couple of the pictures from Rambo 5, apparently.
Okay, I am not saying this.
Oh, fuck. Motorcycle US dropped $2 saying, Decker, The Expendables versus Predators. And I just thought about that for half a second. I'm like, I want to see that movie!
Also, I'm not saying this to be a horrible person, but is it just me, or does Stallone kind of look like Frankenstein?
Oh, God.
Wow.
You mean Boris Karloff?
No, I meant that close-up of him in black and white. It really did kind of remind me of Frankenstein.
You mean just straight up the monster?
Right, Frankenstein's monster.
Now I'm just expecting Sylvester Stallone to be like, fire no good.
Fire bad.
Fire bad. Adrian. Wait, wrong movie. Wrong movie. Okay.
Oh, God.
So yeah,
but yes,
Expendables versus Predators. Holy shit! I would absolutely love to see like Dolph Lundgren, Antonio Banderas, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Against like several Predators. It's like that would be a hell of a movie. Dear God.
I would see it.
Work in Hollywood now. Go get. If they don't hire you, then they're just crazy.
Anthony Watson now says Rambo versus Frankenstein. Yes, I want to see that now.
But you win. Or does Frankenstein take bullets like the fuckers from Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
oh, that was only 8 headshots. I'm still good for 20.
That's a good question.
How would that work, to be quite honest?
Yeah, the problem would be, like, every single time someone would try to take out Frankenstein monster, some motherfucker with a taser would come up and like, ha, I got him! And he's just getting stronger.
No.
Sad.
Very sad.
Even sadder. The Live and Wired poll has ended. So, with shark movies coming up all of a sudden, which of these shark movies would you want to see? 57 votes were cast, and coming in, 34% of the vote, The Predator Shark. And then for second place, we have a tie. We have a tie between Shark Trek Into Sharkness and White Sharks Can't Jump. And the shark movie with the least amount of people who really just feel enthused to go out and check it out would be James and the Giant Shark. So James is all right. James is fine. No one really wants to see him deal with giant sharks.
Oh, well. And
Kat Luniska commented, Sharks in Space. And Doopy Spider-Man says, no RoboShark 3, Revenge of the Ooze. and Telepus says, sharks with freaking dreadlocks attached to their heads.
That's the classic right there.
Black Reaper's like, the Predator Shark sounds like the name of a sci-fi movie. Like Sci-Fi Channel. SYFY. Spartan Flash says The Hunt for Red Sharktober. Jolly Ronan says White Sharks Can't Jump. You mean Shark Tale? As hot.
Wait, that's already a movie. That's a DreamWorks film.
Right.
The bad one with Will Smith, which we just talked about a few minutes ago.
Right.
Oh god. Straight white privilege toxic cisgender incel says privileged sharks triggered. So, anyway, moving on. Finally, Liam at Jurassic Pork says, Sharkadile Rex is my dream shark movie.
Sharks mixed with dinosaurs. It could happen.
It's better than Poseidon Rex. Wait, damn it, that is Poseidon.
That is a movie.
Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Good shark hunting, says Vance McDonald. The Princess Shark, says Feral Ferret. Titanic with sharks, says Corey 2000. Highlander 2, The Sharkening, says Boomstick Fire. Oh, geez. Now there's
Shark Night Rises, Dino Shark, Snow Shark. Oh, God.
Shark White and the Seven Sharks. I'm stretching it.
Oh, God.
So many sharks. Shark Razor. Oh,
hi-ho, hi-ho, to Ankle Bite we go. The Texas Chain Shark Massacre.
There's Decker's favorite.
The Spy Who Sharked Me.
Oh, no.
Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
50 Sharks So Gray.
No. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Anonymous bastard is like, who are these people? I don't even see them in the chat. Do they even exist? And they seem to me.
Yeah.
Also, Decker.
Dude, where's my shark?
The sequel to 50 Sharks of Gray, 50 Sharks Darker.
No. Please, no. Brett K, Friday the Shark-teenth. A Nightmare on Shark Street, says Ninja Assassin 714.
Sharktasm. So the kid's just walking down the hallway. Instead of the silver ball coming through around the corner, it's just going to be a shark flying coming out.
Shark the Shark.
Dark Sharks in the Hood.
No. No.
Shark Wars, The Sharks Awaken. Shark Ship Troopers. Oh, God.
Okay, let's move on right before we go into a shark frenzy. This will be just like our Predator, Live and Wired all over again.
Yes, it is going. Oh, God.
Okay,
it is well beyond. Well, it's not well beyond that. That went for a while, but I mean,
that did go for a while.
There.
Yeah, this is getting there. All right, so let's go over to our next bit. So, okay, let's change the topic from sharks to witches.
Sharks.
No more sharks.
Shark witches.
You're not helping. All right, so yes,
but Decker doesn't help.
I know that.
Sharky Doo and the Sharky Gang.
All right, so witches. Yes, witches. So specifically, we're talking about The Craft. There's talks about a Craft sequel because everybody wanted a sequel to The Craft, apparently. So let's bring that up just one quick second. So here we go. The Craft is coming back not as a TV series or as a reboot, but a sequel.
Okay.
I think it's my turn.
Well, that's better than a reboot.
That's true. Yep, it's official. The Craft is coming back. In a recent interview, Robert Tooney confirmed the reboot. Robin Tooney, whatever. It's confirmed the reboot is happening, and she might even star in it. She told eTalk they are still remaking it. Zoe Lister-Jones is writing it, and I may or may not do it. I'm so proud of that movie. It was the first lead I ever had, and it's a movie young girls today still watch at sleepovers. It's girl power, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. The producers have said that it will show how the girls got into magic and how it all comes together. No word yet on anyone else coming back, but needless to say that it's a sequel should be interesting.
They worded it like a prequel right there.
Yeah, they did worded it like a prequel. It's like they talked about how they got into the magic, so it sounds like a prequel, not a sequel. Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's like The Godfather 2.
I mean, I don't remember The Craft too well, but didn't some motherfuckers in it die?
Yeah.
So... Or is it like new girls getting into it?
I don't have a clue. All right. Truth be told, this could go either way. There's hardcore fans who may feel different, and some people who might just embrace it. Either way, nothing we can do to stop it. All else fails, the original will still be with us. So, yeah, apparently
the Nestine 100 says sequel better than a reboot. Is it, Decker? Is it really? And I think, like, on average, yes. There is, but prequel, I don't know.
It's debatable. Yeah, what he said.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Dr. Zippy McScoot says, Charmed had Alyssa Milano mostly naked in a mermaid costume. Charmed wins.
Well, we already have the Charmed TV series reboot, so there's that. Yeah, we did talk about that a while ago.
Right.
Where I just couldn't. My fiance was trying to watch it on Netflix to go to sleep, and I'm there like next to her, and she had to turn it off just because I kept groaning so loudly. I kept her up.
Well, I mean, it was either the Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV series on Netflix.
Oh yeah, we've talked. Yeah, Decker's. I think Decker already said that he had that on too, and every few minutes he was just scoffing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so much going. I'm just trying to ignore it, trying to lay it down, and I'm just hearing it going, and it's just like, I'm like,
yeah. So, yeah, we need to give Decker a good series to watch on Netflix that doesn't involve with him rambling for 5 minutes.
True.
Help us, please.
Sharkbrina the Teenage Shark.
The chilling adventures of Shark.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Sharks. That was a thing, wasn't it? Street Sharks?
Yes, Street Sharks. Yeah, that was. I remember Street Sharks. I actually remember seeing one of my friends from school having a toy of it.
Yeah, I remember the Street Sharks toys. The toys were really kick-ass.
Yeah, the toys were awesome.
But they didn't have nearly as many of them as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you had all those accessories that work with each other. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, really fucking awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys. Street Sharks, nice toys in and of themselves. Just a Street Shark toy to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy, you got some pretty nice fun with the Street Shark. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle has all the options.
Yes. They had a lot more variety in terms of toys. Street Sharks, I think they had like these really big toys. They didn't really have a lot of small toys.
And no one of importance says white sharks can jump. Street Sharks proves it. Oh God, Infinity says the Matrix Shark loaded.
No boy.
And just get into the construct. Need sharks. Lots of sharks.
Too many sharks.
Sharkton.
Oh boy, Robo Shark, Sharks in the Hood. Happy Shark Day to you. Okay, so so we got other things to talk about other than sharks.
Yes. So let's go find something else that's not sharks. This one will be good. So we've been talking for a while about the Are You Afraid of the Dark TV movie that's going to be airing on Nickelodeon pretty soon. And just
sorry, the shark titles.
More sharks.
Oh, no, sharks on a plane. Savage Tiger just dropped 20 on Super Chat, says, it's not delivery, it's a donation and a riddle. If time is money and money talks, but talk is cheap, then what good is time? Is that a riddle or is that just a... is that a riddle like to solve or is that a riddle just to think about?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Time, money talks, talk is cheap. Time.
Time is good for saving money.
I'm gonna have an existential crisis over this.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
I think you all broke him. Congratulations.
So the Dr. Zippy Scoot says Tremors 7, holy shit, sharks with wings, legs, and arms. Speaking of Tremors.
We'll get to Tremors in a minute. So,
damn it!
Are you afraid of the dark? I actually have the article ready. So, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Okay, so yes, we did talk about the TV movie, but now there's going to be a TV miniseries that's going to be in junction with the TV movie. So yeah, looks like we did talk about that there's going to be a lot of anthology series making a huge comeback. We talked about Creepshow, we talked about Twilight Zone. There's a new one coming out on CBS, and now Are You Afraid of the Dark is going into the mix. So
are you afraid of the dark? The answer to this question is no. I am not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the shit that's in it, like sharks.
Yes. All right. So whose turn is it? Is it Creepy?
I think it's mine, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Dicker.
But I just got confused. Okay, so before I start, Motorcycle US dropped $2 saying, good Netflix series, Umbrella Academy. And I have not heard of that one. Of course, I don't really peruse Netflix all that often. So
unless it's to watch, Sabrina.
No, my fiance peruses Netflix to try and put things on, but then it's like, it ends up keeping me awake, and then she feels sorry for me, so she's just puts it on YouTube. And such stuff as that, because I can sleep to a YouTuber. Anyway, sure, 90s kids are now adults who, chances are, have binged the tech-driven philosophically based horror complexity of Netflix's Black Mirror. However, the gateway anthology horror show for many of that generation, besides Goosebumps, was Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark? While plans are already in the works for a movie revival, Nickelodeon just upped the ante with a TV miniseries. The venerable Canadian children's cable outlet announced a slate of new programming today, which consists of numerous classic property revivals like SpongeBob SquarePants, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Blue's Clues, and You, Lego City, and even a new animated Paddington series voiced by Ben Whishaw of the successful movie revivals. Indeed, Are You Afraid of the Dark is among the group of franchise offerings. Now I'm wondering, Blue's Clues, the guy, he was found with weed, and they're like, no, wasn't that the case?
No. That was like a rumor that was happening. The reason why Steve Burns left the show was because he was losing his hair. And yeah, I think you confused it with something else.
Okay, I thought there was someone who's like, oh, he's found with weed. No, so I'm thinking, but we're country's almost on the cusp of like legalization, like right now. So it's like in a couple of years, I'd imagine it'd be like, okay, it's fine. So would they bring him back?
Yeah.
Like, sorry about that. That thing that you did that was a felony at the time isn't anymore. So come on.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of kids shows have a lot of like, people who have done like various felonies. There's too many to count, so we'll just continue, Decker.
Just continue. The Are You Afraid of the Dark TV miniseries revival will continue the show's traditional tropes following the newest members of the fireside scare coterie of kids known as the Midnight Society, who meet every episode around a nighttime campfire on which they sprinkle magical midnight dust, which stokes the flame, taking the viewer into the scary story to which the episode is devoted. The original series, which started with a pilot episode, The Tale of the Twisted Claw, fielded some genuinely frightening, for a kids show, scary Monster of the Week offerings, such as, for example, the December 1994 episode about a comic book monster come to life. The Tale of the Ghastly Grinner, see the article's image. The series originally ran on Nickelodeon from 1990 to 1996, with a subsequent 1999 to 2000 revival run. It's no coincidence that Nickelodeon has an Are You Afraid of the Dark feature film revival from Paramount Pictures, Paramount Players, and Nickelodeon Movies on deck to arrive in October. The cable company's own statement reveals that the miniseries is designed to coincide with the movie's Halloween release window. Consequently, while Nickelodeon did not reveal a release date for the Are You Afraid of the Dark TV miniseries, you can bet it will serve as a lead-in for the movie's theatrical release date of October 4th. Thus, a release date on the cable channel around September seems to be a safe guess.
Yes. So yeah, that should be really interesting. I mean, I actually did kind of wanted to see an Are You Afraid of the Dark revival reboot series about a couple of years ago. I did that as one of my first videos. Oh God, Savage Tiger says it was meth. The smoke gave them crazy hallucinations. In reality, the smoke was actual coffee creamer that they would just sprinkle into the fire. It wasn't meth. Although some people maybe some people actually believed it was, but no, it was actually coffee creamer.
Yeah, that stuff is a petroleum-based product, so yeah, it can ignite.
Yeah, that's calories, it's energy.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's not meth. That's the adult version. And Lizard's review says, Tremors. Okay,
So.
okay. What about Tremors? Fine. All right, let me find the Tremors article. Okay, here it is.
Ah.
All right, so okay, got it. Here we go. Tremors on-air TV pilot to air footage as part of new ATX 2019 lineup. So, Creepy, I guess it's your turn.
All right. Last spring, Sci-Fi opted not to send its TV adaptation of Tremors the series, despite a pilot starring Kevin Bacon, who also starred in the 1990 film that kickstarted an unlikely horror franchise, and a trailer that surfaced a few months later. The episode never aired. This year's ATX Television Festival will look to change that, offering a few glimpses of the show that might have been had the network moved forward with the Vincino Natali directed opening chapter. The panel won't feature a start-to-finish screening of the episode, but the event will feature a selection of clips, a live script reading, and conversation with executive producers and cast, including Andrew Miller, Jessica Rhodes, Tox Olagadoilde, that guy, PJ Byrne, and Haley Jew. Also, basically, they're describing a YouTube post. So, yay.
Yay.
Other additions to this will include a panel between...
Robo creepy.
Say what?
Robo creepy there.
Oh.
You're fine now, but for a second, the machines had taken over, and I was terrified for my life.
We had a Black Mirror moment here. Sorry about that, everybody. Other additions to the schedule include a panel conversation between Margot Martindale and Shane McRae, who starred together on the Amazon Prime Video series Sneaky Pete. Per the festival announcement, the pair will discuss their respective acting careers and unique friendship as both co-stars and roommates. One final fresh element of the updated ATX slate is a new episode of Everyone is Doing Great, the TV brainchild of former One Tree Hill castmates James Lafferty and Stefan Coletti. The pair will also just...
that's my virus scan. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go.
Okay. The pair will also discuss their crowdfunding efforts, which initially brought them to ATX to screen the debut episode at the 2018 edition of the festival. These three components join an ATX 2019 schedule that already includes a panel looking inside the world of Blumhouse TV's division, a conversation with the writers of the Starz series Vita, a retrospective for the ABC series Men in Trees, and a discussion of sex scene safety concerns convened by former The Walking Dead ED Glenn Mazara. ATX Television Festival Season 8 runs June 6th through 9th, 2019 in Austin, Texas.
All right. Sounds awesome. Maybe you should try to see that, Van Dyker.
Yeah, it's get enough notice, but of course, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in that time as well. So it's like, but I'm like, also, I've been enjoying driving. So, but by that point, I might have to change my oil. My tires have been giving me trouble.
Yeah. We have a $2 comment from Zach Tebow who says, have you seen The Old Boy? The original, not the remake.
So the really old boy, the old boy. No. So now I'm wondering what exactly it is. Cosmic Firestar says rumors has it there are also plans for Tremors 7, and I do believe we covered that as well on an earlier Live and Wired.
Yeah, we did. We did discuss about that there is going to be a Tremors 7. So, yay, more Tremors to come.
Yay.
Yeah, yay.
And more yay. And hooray.
And Takeover Fairy says into the Sharkverse.
More shark stuff.
And I think that's where we've been. Predator versus Alien versus Shark. Oh god. Okay, so I'm stoked. Like, oh, don't do that. Don't. No, let me mention it a few more times so they start keep that up. Yeah.
All right. So. All right, so I guess we can go over to our next bit of news. So, yeah, Child's Play. What should we be talking about? Should we talk about the remake or the upcoming TV series? Because there's news about both.
I'd say remake, so I can read that one, and then the TV series because it actually involves the kill a doll, like not a robot, like kill a doll, and like Creepy read that one.
Yeah, let's have Creepy read that one
No.
because we love him so much.
No.
All right, go ahead,
No.
Decker.
Not no.
Oh God, 2 girls, 1 shark.
No. Shame on you. No.
Okay, so Child's Play first trailer. Chucky is back and he's terrorizing Aubrey Plaza. Cover your eyes. Chucky is back. Orion Pictures has released the first official trailer for Child's Play, which hopes to do for killer doll Chucky what it did for evil clown Pennywise in 2017. The late addition to the Child's Play franchise is directed by Lars Klevberg, the Norwegian director best known for adapting the 2015 horror short Polaroid into a long-delayed feature film that still hasn't seen a theatrical release. Well,
Promising.
That's yay. It producers Seth Graham-Smith and David Klatzenberg are behind Chucky's latest return to theaters. Okay, well that's a little more. It's got a little more clout there. Child's Play stars newcomer Gabriel Bateman as Andy Barclay, a young boy who comes into the possession of a murderous doll. Aubrey Plaza stars as Andy's mother, while Atlanta favorite Brian Tyree Henry plays the local detective investigating all the recent murders. Strange. The new film is the first Child's Play movie to be made without the involvement of series creator Don Mancini. And it kind of shows.
Yes, and we'll discuss about what Don Mancini is working on a little bit later.
Obviously, my feelings were hurt, Mancini said last year as production started. You know, I had just done 2 movies. Forgive me if I sound defensive. They were both 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even though they didn't get theatrical releases, they were well regarded, and I did create the character and nurture the franchise for 3 fucking decades. Child's Play will open in theaters nationwide June 21st. Watch the first official trailer below.
All right.
If you can.
Say that he was kind of bitter about this whole thing.
Just a little tad, just a smidge. Just smidge. I just did just put these out there very highly regarded. I made the thing and just for 30 fucking years. Oh, I guess you just don't need me. Okay, what could I add, motherfucker?
All right. So yes, so he's not involved with the remake, but he is involved with the TV series. So
Dean Nicholson's like, wait, is it a reboot? Yes, it's the first instance of Chucky, and he's not possessed. He's just a robot that's fucked up.
Yes. Yeah, we did talk about that, like, what was it, like last year on Live and Wired, where that was like the first announcement of it?
Right.
And then it was like, oh yeah, robot. Okay.
It's very weird. And the close-ups of the Chucky doll, these look nice enough, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like, okay, small soldiers, but horror.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so yeah, this is the TV series. This is where Don Mancini is going to be involved in. So, if you don't want to read this creepy, then I'll read it.
You read it, not me.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll read it. Well, MGM.
Creepy, you can just read all the shark titles coming up in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. You can read the shark titles. Okay, here we go. Well, MGM and Orion geared to release their own Child's Play remake.
Takeover's Fairy says Decker Sharko.
You win.
You did that.
Wow, you win. Decker Sharko.
Decker Sharko.
I want to see fan art now. Anyway. While MGM and Orion geared to release their own Child's Play remake this coming June, Universal and Chucky creator Don Mancini are ready a continuation of the original franchise in the form of a TV series. We first heard about the series around this time last year, and Deadline now reports today that it has found a home on Sci-Fi. Mancini will script the series for Universal Cable Productions with longtime franchise producer David Kirshner on board, along with Channel Zero creator Nick Antosca. I've long awaited to bring Chucky to television, and Sci-Fi is the perfect network for us, Mancini said today. This show will be a fresh take on the franchise, allowing us to explore Chucky's character with a depth that is uniquely afforded by the television series format, while staying true to the original vision that has terrorized audience for over 3 decades now, including Creepy. I've worked with Don on Hannibal and on Channel Zero for Sci-Fi. So developing Chucky with UCP feels like coming home, said Antoska, who will be executive producing. Sci-Fi is the perfect place to tell the next chapter in the Chucky saga, and having the original creative team lead the project will help elevate the story we are excited to tell. The series comes in the wake of 7 feature films in the original Child's Play continuity, most recently 2017's Cult of Chucky. Last we heard, it'll continue storylines from the movies. So yeah, we have 2 Child's Play series going on. So we have the reboot and we have the TV series. Which one will be the most successful? We don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
Dr. Quint Shark Woman. House of 1,000 Sharks, dear God. Okay.
Damn it, we're still doing the shark thing now?
Oh, absolutely. But in terms of the TV series, I'm a lot more interested in the TV series than I am in the reboot movie, because the reboot movie, it's a reboot, so I already kind of understand the premise of what's going to happen. It's like, gotta get a doll. It kills people. It kills a lot of people. By the end, they stop the doll, but not really sequel bait. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it's going to go.
Oh no, Goji Thriller 83 says that long-haired sharky guy. Okay, so Decker Sharko and that long-haired sharky guy. I guess that's your shark sonas. Yep.
So, yeah, the TV series following the more supernatural aspects of the main, the actual movie series, the original movie series, I should say. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean with the talking of the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Dawn of the Planet of the Sharks. I think that's what we're seeing.
Spider-Man home sharking.
Oh, jeez.
Side
of Soul says Decker's fursona would be a shark or a dinosaur. Isn't the point of a fursona is a character or a creature with fur?
Well, technically, it's just sort of an animal.
Alter ego.
Yeah, okay.
But Patricia Shark or Patricia from Old Shark Lane.
Oh, jeez.
Go Power Sharkers. Actually, there was a Power Ranger season, I believe, where one of the Zords was a shark. So.
Yes, I think so.
Or just have that one of those 10-hour YouTube videos. Shark! 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 Shark!
So I think I wouldn't be surprised if anybody even mentioned like the Baby Shark song or something. Because, oh my God, no, please no. I've already heard enough of that when I was in school.
We make our dreams come true.
Oh, man. So.
All right. So let's talk about the next thing. My God. Sharks. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, this ought to be a good one. So this is one that Decker actually shared to me. So here we go. More footage of the Detective Pikachu movie where it features Lickitongue's tongue. I was like, what is this?
It's a very quick little trailer and an even smaller little part with Lickitongue in it.
Yes.
But Lickitongue's in it, and Lickitongue sticks his tongue out, and dear God, Lickitongue.
Yeah, it's just as scary as Will Smith as the Genie. Nightmare Fuel.
It's from what I saw, like on Twitter at the time and everything, and I don't know if they say it in this article or not, but it seems to be kind of a 50-50 split in people talking about Lickitongue, where half of them are like, "Oh, he's so cute, he's so little Lickitongue. It's just like I was imagining, he's so pretty." And others are like, "Holy shit, what is that? Keep it away from the children."
Oh my God. Okay. Creepy, you read it.
Okay. Okay. The upcoming movie, Detective Pikachu, will bring Pokemon to real life for the very first time. Whether or not you vibe with Ryan Reynolds' voice emanating from a very hairy Pikachu, it's still pretty exciting to see just how our favorite little pocket monsters look in the real world. The first trailer was already chock full of Pokemon from every generation, and new footage reveals even more. Just look at Pikachu and Bulbasaur and Growlithe and Lickitung. Oh boy, let's take a closer look at this marvel of nature.
And again in reverse. Oh my god.
Oh. I'm gonna say something. And it's not gonna be a popular statement, but I am looking at this photo and I feel like I'm staring at a dick with a tongue.
I think you are underestimating how popular that statement is going to be.
Yes, let's take a look. Here are the two pictures back to back together.
Yeah,
so we have. Oh my god!
I am looking at that, and I am thinking that is someone's dick with eyes, a tongue, and arms attached to it.
Oh my god! Okay, let's continue.
I don't think I can.
So that's why we got to cover Detective Pikachu on this show. It's scarier than any horror movie we've talked about.
But is it scarier than Will Smith as Blue Genie?
Oh, unfortunately, no. That looks like a dick. It doesn't look like a reanimated corpse.
Yeah, I feel like that should have been the Twitter poll. Like, which is scarier, this or this? Much like Mr. Mime before it, Lickitung is a reminder that while there are plenty of sweet, furry Pokemon that more or less look like the animals we have in our world, there are some that would be incredibly and utterly unsettling. In the Pokedex, Lickitung's tongue is described as running 6.5 feet. You're not helping your case here, people. When fully extended, again. For once, I'm not trying. This is just happening. I have to wipe tears out of my eyes. Give me a second. Okay, I will try this yet again. I will be calm. When extend. That's taller than the average human adult. That's really... God damn it! I'm skipping that line. That's longer than a Furret and a Charizard. That's a really long tongue that, in its cartoonish iteration, seems like an odd quirk, but Detective Pikachu will let us see that tongue loll out of Lickitung's mouth in excruciating detail. We at Polygon have already debated at length about the merits of the movie's super photorealistic style versus a more cartoony approach. As someone who is in Camp Cartoon, I feel that Lickitung firmly pushes the argument in my corner. All this tongue and more can be seen in Detective Pikachu.
That's a hell of a tagline.
Yes, because that's what people want to see. They want to see the tongue. That's going
all
to be the
this
draw.
tongue and more.
Oh no!
I think I remember seeing that shit in some late night kind of.
So.
Okay, so we have seen way more than man or woman was meant to see now.
Oh boy. Okay. I need to see something else. We need to get something else.
We need to see
Hero 323 says, at least they didn't say fully erect tongue.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Very true.
Michael Wolf is like, this is still a kid's movie, right?
I think so.
I'm not certain. I feel like it's a family movie in the sense that it's something that it's safe for kids to see, technically. But I think the target audience is more young adults that grew up with Pokemon.
Right.
Glacius OC says, "Hey, creepy, where's my DuckTales retrospective?"
It's coming. I got the dialogue from Kindle this morning, so yeah.
Okay.
Also, did anyone notice the super chat? JVR, did I just?
Oh yeah. Back up there saying thanks for setting up a Subscribe Star account.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, that's something I recently did because there was a demand for it. Some people are not very comfortable with Patreon right now. Patreon's been doing this or that, and some people are like, yeah, no. I got the YouTube memberships. Some people don't really like that either because Google takes a 30% cut, which is pretty fucking big. So there's Subscribe Star, and no one's hated them yet.
I've been
they're gonna do something. I know. It's just. But
I remember someone asking me about that. They asked me about that, and I said I would check it out. And then all the drama from this week happened, so I haven't had a chance yet. I've been scrambling trying to get caught up with everything that fell behind.
But yeah, currently the options for channel support are Patreon, as it's been, YouTube channel memberships, which the Patreon has the tiers for podcasts, riffs, and live streams at the last Saturday of the month at 12 noon Central. Whereas that's the same on Subscribe Star, since you can do tiers, but you can't do tiers on YouTube. So the only thing is $5, which is for access to a monthly riff of a public domain movie, which is the same one that you have on both Patreon and Subscribe Star. It's the same things. You don't get a different podcast for the two different places. It's the same one, goes to the same place. It's just whichever one anyone is most comfortable with, it's available. Right. At least I'm trying to be available.
Yes, JVR, you were the one who asked me about that.
Yes. Oh my God. So what can we? I mean, like, what can we top this with this Lickitung news now? Like, how can we top this?
Oh,
I am sorry, and if I gave offense to any Patricia, especially if I gave offense by what I said, I apologize. But I just could not see it as anything else.
It's okay.
Like the minute those pictures scrolled down, I was just looking at it. I was like, "Holy crap! It's a penis."
Who was it that had a Lickitung on the show? Was it Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse had the Lickitung.
Yeah.
He also had that victory bell that kept trying to.
No, that was James.
That's James.
Yeah, James. Right, that was James. Yeah, you're right. That was James. James. Jesse was the girl. James was the guy. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched Pokemon too. So
that's okay. So, yeah, apparently from what I remember, that
a Cosmic Firestar says, like Epic Jason X9000 said, Blue Will Smith making out with Lickitung is horrifying.
Oh no! No!
Cosmic Firestar says Dicky Tongue.
No.
Dicky Tongue. Oh, I love this episode.
Patricia, quickly find something. Okay?
No, Patricia, I am having too much fun.
Oh my God, no.
It's not often that Decker can horrify me, so he's reveling in this.
Okay. Here we go. I got something else. Okay, so we talked about the Jaws board game. So let's talk about another board game, shall we? Because everybody loves board games. Okay, so we have a new one called Horrified. Horrified, the board game that brings all the classic Universal monsters out to play. Ooh. Universal's plans for a dark universe of films connecting all of its monsters may be kaput, but there's new life in the franchise with Lee Wannell's recently announced Invisible Man project. And thanks to a new board game, you can soon build your own shared universe of monsters on your coffee table. Horrified, Universal Monsters comes with the tagline, "The stakes have been raised," which presumably also means literal stakes, since one of the creatures that players work together to defeat is Dracula. However, the gang's mostly all here in addition to the blood-sucking count. The game comes with high-quality sculpted miniatures of Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Invisible Man.
Leading Blind saying if it doesn't include the Phantom of the Opera, it doesn't fucking count. And I see right there.
Yes, no Phantom of the Opera and no Quasimodo. So yeah, sorry. I know, damn it. Let's see, the Invisible Man and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So yes, no Phantom of the Opera and no Quasimodo. So sorry.
So John Washburn asks, how is Quasimodo a monster?
I think they're referring to the the 1930s movie that Lon Chaney played as Quasimodo, and he was like depicted as kind of like savage. I don't think they're talking about the Disney version yet. A mini-sized posse of Universal Horror All-Stars is reason enough to pick up Horrified, but the Ravensburger release is first and foremost a strategy game where 2 to 5 players ages 10 and over work together to take down each monster, which that basically means the player are the equivalent of pitchfork and torch-bearing villagers. The village in question is being plagued by 7 iconic monsters, so you can understand the need for creature-defeating teamwork.
And
in the
pitchforks.
Yes, pitchforks. In the movies, the monsters usually have
battle pitchforks.
In the movies, the monsters usually have very good reasons to being pissed off. The mummy's trying to win back his long-lost love. The creature doesn't take kindly to scientists poking around his watery lair. The bride is terrified in the mere thought of being alive, but presumably the game will up the menace while also teaching players more about horror movie history. Horrified Universal Monsters will hit shelves on August 1st, and it will retail for $34.99. So...
Sorry, go on, Patricia.
Yes?
I think Creepy's frozen again.
No.
Hello?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. Anyway, what were you saying, Patricia?
I was saying that, Creepy, you were saying about something.
Oh, I said, I'm a little unsettled by the fact that in this board game, for ages 10 and up, you're basically playing the angry mob that always tries to kill the monster in the end, and in most monster movies, that's not really the people you root for.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I guess this is us trying to teach kids, hey kids, you see a bunch of monsters? Pillage them!
Hey kids, if you see something different than you, remember to murder it with your bare hands.
Oh boy.
So so this board game is essentially teaching us who the real monster is. It's the monster within us.
That's gonna be great. After the kids are done playing the game, who won? Little Jimmy. Jimmy tracked down the Wolfman and beat him to death with a cross. Now, Jimmy, you think about what you've done. The Wolfman was just a regular man. He had a hair problem.
Oh, yes, and also the same thing with the creature from the Black Lagoon. No, we were not supposed to kill that monster. We were in his territory. He was attacking us because we were invading his homeland. Oh, jeez.
Sad. Oh, boy. Why didn't they make any board games of this horror movie? Like, I'm growing up and I'm like, hey, I like games, I like movies, I like horror, I like lots of board games. I'm like, no. Play Tiddlywinks.
Get any of that?
I don't know. But I think there was a board game that involved with like playing as horror movie icons. Wasn't it like Monster Madness, in which you actually do get to play as like the horror movie icons and you have to escape from the castle?
So I just remember playing a lot of Atmosphere. Does no one else remember Atmosphere?
No, I've never played it.
I think it was shown on board games. It's similar to like Dragon Strike in terms of it came with a VHS.
Oh, okay.
Though they also made a newer version that came with a DVD, but they changed the rules of the game alongside it, and there were all kinds of things with the original version of Atmosphere that were no longer present. But I don't know if it was even the original version of Atmosphere, because there was another. Well, technically, there was a older game called something else. What the hell was it called? But it was a similar concept. You had the VHS, you had the board, you had the monsters, and you're going around doing the thing. But Atmosphere, the first version of Atmosphere, I think really it all meshed together very well. You started off as a numbskull. You had to get the Harbinger to play as the Harbinger, and if you didn't get the Harbinger in time, you became a Soul Reaver or Soul Ranger. Not Soul Reaver, that's a different game. But you became a Soul Ranger, and then you could steal other people's keystones, and you had to get to the fucking center and stuff. And when you got the Harbinger tiles, you flipped from the sewers over to the Harbinger fucking thing, and it's like, oh, you changed the whole board around.
Yeah,
it was a good, fun game, and then they just like, hey, it's just a freaking regular ass board. You start as the Harbinger, and fuck you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Savage Tiger 13 says, "Go go Soul Rangers."
Meow, 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 meow. Okay.
Chris Lucio is like, "You're the only one that got it."
Yes.
That explains why I could never find anyone to play with who actually do damn game.
All right. Well, let's cover a few more articles right before we go into YouTube news because everybody loves YouTube news. Yay. All right. So let's go over to some more horror news. Okay. Okay. Let me just pull this one up. Here we go. Okay. According to a recent news article, Eli Roth shooting Thanksgiving next month. Okay, so I was checking around for stories, and Production Weekly over on Instagram posted a pic of Eli Roth with a caption that read, "Updated production schedule for Eli Roth's upcoming horror project. Roth directs from a script he wrote with Jeff Rendell from Cabin Fever. Printable photography in Massachusetts begin later next month. Is this untitled horror project a long-awaited full-length feature based off of his Grindhouse trailer Thanksgiving? I think it might be, and here's why. First, it says that the film was written by Roth and Jeff Rendell. The only writing credit that Rendell has over on IMDb is for Thanksgiving. He also played the Pilgrim in the trailer. Second, Production Weekly's post, which you can see below, says the movie will be filming in Massachusetts. And if you remember from the voiceover from the trailer, it says that the movie is set in Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's more than a coincidence, right? I think so. After all, more than a few horror filmmakers have made secret projects in the past few years, with Adam Green's Victor Crowley being one of many. It makes sense that Roth would want to get into the action and bring us all the #1 movie we've been waiting to see him make since April of 2007. So is Eli Roth secretly planning to finally shoot Thanksgiving next month? We shall see soon enough. So if any of you guys have forgotten about what the Thanksgiving trailer is, then you can check it out right down here. So it's basically a trailer that was shown in Grindhouse, apparently. I take it that wasn't Grindhouse like the same movie that they also introduced things like Machete and other trailers, if I remember? Or is that something else?
I can't recall, but I do know. Eli Roth, I believe he was the one who was like, someone made the fake movie trailer Clown, and they said directed by Eli Roth, and then Eli Roth was like, "Hey, that's a nice little movie idea you got there. Let's talk."
Mm-hmm.
I think that's who it was.
Right.
So I'm actually like, okay, that could work. That could be interesting. That could be some serious horror, or just a lot of gore. Either way, I'm interested.
Yeah. Right. Eddie Horta says, "We got Thanksgiving. We don't need another Thanksgiving horror movie." I mean, I think there's room for more Thanksgiving horror movies because we don't really have a lot of it, to be quite honest.
No.
I mean, that's like saying, we don't want any more Halloween movies that takes place around Halloween because we already have Halloween.
I mean, what other this is something that I've asked myself before. What obscure holidays are there out there that you could set a horror movie around? I mean, like, what about a horror movie that's set around International Pizza Day?
Wait a minute. Didn't we talk about Chance the Rapper, that he was going to be a pizza boy in a horror movie? We did talk about that a few months ago, remember?
That does ring a bell, yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah. We need to, okay, I think we need to have a movie around tax day. While you're paying your taxes, there's a guy who's going around probably getting a few $100s from you, and then he kills you. Mm-hmm. So we need a horror tax day movie.
Mm-hmm. Taxman.
Taxman.
To pay up.
Let's see. We got Easter, April Fool's Day, President's Day, Hanukkah, Leprechaun. No, we already have Leprechaun. Let's see. My Bloody Valentine, President's Day, April Fool's Day, and I'm sure Tax Day is a movie. Ah, darn. Okay, so we need to find like an obscure holiday that nobody would know about. So.
Don't brain.
Arbor Day? How about Arbor Day?
Okay.
How about Easter? Are there any horror movies that revolve around Easter?
As a theme, I don't think so, but there are ones that take place around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Let's see. Columbus Day.
Oh, there we
Wow.
go. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. Free Comic Book Day. Oh yeah, it's like that Are You Afraid of the Dark episode where you have like, you know, the creepy comic book character that looks like the Joker. So I guess that'll probably be the equivalent of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Day, Leif Garrickson.
Leif Garrickson Day. Oh yeah, well, and you know, while we have like a ghost of Leif Erikson, and then while he tries to sneak on to kill his victims, he'll probably be saying "Hinga dinga durgan, hinga dinga durgan." Let's see, we got Weasel Stomping Day. That is a Robot Chicken skit reference. No Pants Day, Snow Day.
Snow Pants Day, oh god.
No Pants Day. That's every day at Creepies. I'm kidding. Guy Fawkes Day. I don't know who that is. Let's see. Bird
the 5th
Day.
Of November. The 5th of November. Remember?
Oh yeah, November. Let's see. Bird Day. I think we already have Bird Box, so I don't think we need that. Let's see. I don't know. There's Groundhog's Day. I think we already have Groundhog's Day. I think the Bill Murray movie is kind of like...
There's Pizza Day, but there's also that freaky stuff involving pizza.
Ooh, scary. Pizza.
Conspiracies of pizza.
Let's see. Bad Hair Day. Oh, that would be scary.
Segue over to the Shane Dawson thing about the pizza conspiracies.
Oh, yeah. yes. I guess we can
bring your child to work day.
Oh, that.
And it turns out it's an evil child.
Actually, no.
I think it's time you let your kid go home.
Bring your child to work day. That could be like the dark version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, imagine it. A group of kids are brought with their parents to work at a candy factory, except the CEO is actually evil and wants to murder all the kids. So the kids and the parents have to team up to get out of this death trap full, factory. This factory that's full of booby traps that will kill you if you make one wrong move.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite Day? So is that the one where the police are going around killing everyone and the slasher villains have to go and save them?
Yes. Let's see. Bring your cursed artifact to work day. Let's see. No school day. Free balloon day.
I was going to say birthdays, but there actually is a movie called, it came up earlier, Happy Birthday to You. So, yeah.
Yeah, what was it, Happy Death Day?
Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day and its sequel, Happy Death Day to You.
Yeah. Let's see. Talk Like a Pirate Day. Lent Day. Brace Face Day. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. So many days. All right, let's actually go over to that little conspiracy involving with the pizza. So here we go. So YouTuber Shane Dawson claims that Chuck E. Cheese is using their old pizza slices to serve to customers as new pizza slices. So go ahead, Decker. Why don't you read this one?
YouTuber Shane Dawson recently dropped a conspiracy theory about Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and the chain has denied his claims. Dawson, a popular YouTuber with more than 20 million subscribers, released a huge conspiracy theory video. One conspiracy he explored was that Chuck E. Cheese takes pieces of pizza that go uneaten and puts them together to serve as whole pizzas to customers. Dun, 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 dun. Additionally, the conspiracy is backed by the idea that each pizza is misshapen and the cut marks don't add up. Dawson is not the only person who believes this theory, as he shows many people online making the same claim in the video. To take it further, he even tried to confirm it by going to Chuck E. Cheese. He was served a misshapen pizza with pieces that didn't connect correctly. Now, the company has released a statement denying Dawson's claims. The claims made in the video about Chuck E. Cheese and our pizza are unequivocally false. A spokesperson said in a statement, "No conspiracies here. Our pizzas are made to order, and we prepare our dough fresh in restaurant, which means that they're not always perfectly uniform in shape, but always delicious." Dawson's video currently has more than 18 million views. It has 2 other conspiracy theories other than the pizza one, and all 3 are weaved throughout the video. You can watch it below.
Okay, so yeah, see how fans reacted to the theory on Twitter. Chuck E. Cheese employees after serving customers reused pizza. Chuck E. Cheese be like, and there's a misshapen pizza. When I go to Chuck E. Cheese and ask the server for my pizza to be unsliced. And yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy regarding about Chuck E. Cheese and pizza. So yeah.
So, I took a look at the picture of their pizza that they're like, oh, look at the slices, they don't add up. And I'm looking at it like, okay, there's that pepperoni there, and it looks like it stops, but you do realize when it goes to slice, it doesn't just like go laser zing, it causes pressure. That slice gets pushed down. Check the fold in between. You're going to see a little piece of pepperoni like that, like
right.
in there.
Right.
Also, it's like one of the reasons why the pizza there is the slices kind of seem to be of different lengths is, you know, the like they said, the dough's made fresh and all that, but also Chuck E. Cheese specifically slices the slices so fucking narrow. So the differences seem a bit larger there than they would if they would do 8 slices or 6 slices to a pie. Dear God, I want to go to a Chuck E. Cheese and get the pizza sliced in 6 slices. I want giant-ass pizzas to fold and enjoy. Sorry. But, yeah, the idea that they could just do that and, like, no one would notice except by looking very closely at the shape of the thing. Yeah, these motherfuckers have any idea how old pizza tastes. Because after Vermont, I spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania, and yeah, cold pizza is a breakfast over there. I've had my mother worked at a pizza place for a while. I had my share of pizza. You cannot take old pizza, heat it up, take it out, and it's just like fresh from the oven pizza. No, it's technically right from an oven, but it's just hot. It's not going to taste fresh though.
Right. I mean, if you've ever left slices of pizza in the refrigerator overnight and then heated them up in the microwave the next day, then yeah, there's a difference. You can taste the difference.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, even
and Tristan Foss is like, I want to trust Shane Dawson. I really do. What have we come to? And I think that Shane is just. He likes talking about conspiracy theories. He doesn't necessarily believe them, but he finds the idea of the potential of there being a conspiracy very, like, fulfilling. Like, it's invigorating to him. So the idea that Chuck E. Cheese could be doing that, and you can tell by looking at the misshapen slices and saying, like, if it's not a perfect, absolutely circular pie, where everything is just like a pizza never fucking is. If it's not that, then there's something amiss.
All right.
Epic Jason X9000 says, "Silly adults, you guys don't go to Chuck E. Cheese for the pizza. You go for the shitty games." Well, I guess, you know, it depends on.
But that's another thing. You know, Chuck E. Cheese doesn't necessarily lose a lot of money on having to throw out a whole pizza after someone doesn't touch it. They still paid for it, and they generally paid a lot more money to do some other shit that doesn't cost them too much, and they don't keep their games in that great a condition. So it's yeah. I find the concept that, oh, they might do that really strange. I mean, I worked at McDonald's for a little while, and anyone who's worked in any food service knows you throw out a shitload of food. The company does not care. There's no, oh, just take it home later. They're like, no, throw it out. They don't even let you say this is leftover, no one touched it because I'm going to have it on my break. No, that goes in the trash.
Interesting. I do know that some places, I think nowadays, that if there is any leftover food, they'll either have it donated to like, you know, they have it donated to like a local shelter or like a homeless place, or maybe they would, you know, maybe like keep it for like a following day or something for some reason. I'm not sure, but yeah, but for the most part, food is thrown away. They don't want to keep leftovers. All right, so should we get over to some YouTube news because
yeah, we're getting pretty close to we're over the 2-hour mark now.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that we should go over to some YouTube news. Which oh boy, all right, so let's start off with some let's start off with some light stuff first because we'll get to the conspiracy stuff later. Okay, okay, so a few weeks ago we did discuss about the top rated YouTubers online, and we did talk. Yes, one of them is Decker. Yeah, so we talked about like, you know, the YouTubers with the highest amount of subscribers. We talked about PewDiePie, we talked about a whole bunch of other people. And one that we did talk about was a 7-year-old by the name of Ryan, who talks about toys. So he apparently is so popular that he is going to be getting his own TV series on Nick Jr. So
and part of me is like, good for him. I wish I was that accomplished at that age. At 7, I was like, "What? There's an outside world?
Oh,
food exists? Wow!"
I mean, yeah, he is a pretty popular YouTuber, and he's only 7 years old, and it's like it just makes us look like idiots.
Oh man!
All right, so whose turn is it?
Well, he was born in the world where it was kind of accepted that, hey, you know what? Making a living online is an option.
Yeah. In fact, I originally wanted to pull up an article a while ago discussing about how, you know, teenagers want to grow up to be YouTubers.
And I really don't think that that's such a terrible thing as a lot of the older generation seems to think it is. I feel like you need to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
But but yeah. To aspire to be an internet personality, obviously, I'm not going to say, oh, don't do that. There's nothing to do there. It's like, this is what I'm wanting to do for the rest of my life. So,
I feel like it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to become a singer or an actor or something like that. That, you know, not necessarily a bad aspiration, but be realistic too at the same time and have a backup plan.
Be realistic, have a backup plan, realize that you have to feed yourself and possibly others.
Right.
Yeah, so who should read this article? Whose turn is it?
I think is it my turn?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Okay. A 7-year-old YouTuber who had earned 30 million last year. Yeah, the whole point of this article was to depress me. Is making a big leap in his career, going from home videos to the star of his own TV show. Ryan from Ryan ToysReview has signed up to star in a kids' TV series for Nickelodeon, where he will go on play dates with friends and family, solving mysteries and playing with toys.
Sorry, I'm just thinking like, kids, stick to YouTube, not because this is not because that this is a bad idea of a show. Like, it sounds like it could be an interesting little kids show, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like, TV, you are so far behind.
Yeah. 20 episodes of Ryan's Mystery Playdate are set to air on Nick Jr. this year, according to TubeFilter. Ryan, whose second name is a closely guarded secret. Right. His second name and his... Never mind. Never mind. Is one of the world's most famous YouTube stars, coming 8th in the Forbes highest paid YouTuber list in 2018. Last year, the youngster earned a staggering $30 million from videos of him playing with and reviewing toys.
He seems surprised at that in himself. Patricia?
I'm still trying to figure out what face that is.
To be fair, I never had the game Mousetrap, so it might be that fun. I might have to do that on my gaming channel. Play some Mousetrap. I don't know.
We did have a Mousetrap at my house, but like a lot of not everything was there anymore. You know, by the time I came along, I think, and nobody really wanted to play it anyway.
Okay, Savage Tiger 13 says, I'm busting my butt in a Publix bakery for 40 to 60 hours a week for less than $15 an hour, and this kid is making millions for playing with toys. What the fuck?
Ryan's parents launched his channel, Ryan ToysReview in 2015, where they uploaded videos of their then 3-year-old son reviewing toys. This is like a Stranger Danger prologue. His channel went viral when he unboxed and reviewed 100 car toys from Pixar's Cars series. He got 100 of them?
Jeez, man!
They have now amassed 18.25 million subscribers, with his parents saying much of the channel's success comes down to Ryan's personality. I am entertaining and I am funny, Ryan told NBC News in December when asked why kids love watching his videos.
That's great personality.
In 2017, he made $15.2 million, according to Forbes, meaning he's almost certainly secured a future in which he'll never have to work again, unless, like most child stars, his parents steal all his money and leave him bankrupt. However, if it's an exciting new TV opportunity as anything to go by, he clearly loves what he does. Well, yay for that.
I am concerned for him, though. It's like, yeah, the money is going into an account in his name, locked away forever. And in the meantime, there his parents are working normal jobs. And he is with millions of dollars in this account that they aren't allowed to even think about for over 10 years while they wait for his kid to turn 18. And in that time frame, something might happen, some family emergency, grandpa might get cancer, and they might have a real tough time keeping their money together. And they happen to have they're the guardians. They can technically, legally get in there and take anything they want. Just don't, because it wouldn't be nice. Poor grandpa with his cancer. Just too bad. You don't want to mess with your kids' finances now, do you? And it just takes one time dipping in, saying just this once, and next thing you know, I don't know. I'm just concerned for him.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, I mean, he seems to be doing well. I mean, he is the 8th most subscribed. He has 8 more subscribers amongst YouTube, according to Forbes, and he's having his own TV series, so he must be doing very well. Oh, my goodness. Okay, but nonetheless, we wish him the best of luck and hope that things will go well for him.
The description of that TV show, I was like, what? Oh yeah, TV, of course.
Not just that, but it's Nick Jr. So I mean, this is the same one that gave us Dora the Explorer, and we're getting that Michael Bay live action movie. So
who's going to play Ryan in the movie adaptation?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Will Smith.
Yes, perfect casting. Will Smith going around playing with toys.
Oh man,
that's not creepy.
Oh God, Flub Knight says he can unbox his grandpa when he dies of the cancer. Oh, this has turned very dark.
Oh,
jeez.
Anyway,
next bit of YouTube news. Oh man. Okay, so here's another bit of sadness.
Anthony Watson's asking, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make, Decker, on YouTube? And this is my this tax season, I got everything tallied up from the year, and it's the first year I've had since the start of YouTube where I actually made about as much as I did at Kroger before leaving. So, yay!
Yay!
I'm up to minimum wage. Fun.
All right. Well, anyway, let's continue about the Super Funiverse, which is going to be a new form of Saturday morning programming for children on Twitch, because that's what. Yeah. The future of children's TV could be Super Funiverse on Twitch, which is a form of Saturday morning TV that'll be live streaming on Twitch, because that's what the children want. Anyway, I'll read this one.
Okay, because I'm confused as fuck.
A new form of Saturday morning TV is finding its home on live streaming site Twitch, according to a Kotaku report detailing Super Funiverse shows Bonsai Babies Workshop and the Adventures of M. Phone-ins and studio audiences are being replaced by live streaming and community chat on Saturday morning's TV show Super Funiverse. 2 online shows are teaming up to pioneer a new form of children's TV, as Kotaku reports in its February 6 article. Kid-friendly Twitch streams aims to be the new Saturday morning cartoons. Super Funiverse is the result of toy maker Antoinette Fior, aka Bonsai Baby, and her husband, who created an umbrella brand and Saturday morning programming block for their weekly arts and crafts show, Bonsai Baby's Workshop, and another team's puppet show, The Adventures of M. Fior's husband, James, also managed to license 1999 cartoon series Sonic Underground to broadcast each Bonsai Baby's Workshop 3 hours make and do live set. Super Funiverse then spreads the love by encouraging its audience to drop in on other family-friendly Twitch channels en masse. The format is a twist on live game streaming that Amazon's Twitch is known for, incorporating several standard features. Twitch's viewer text chat is used to inspire character conversations and improvise skits, for example, or to help decide the course of a story as it's being told, or allow everyone to watch and comment on a cartoon together. Children are not content to be passive consumers of their entertainment, James Fior told Kotaku. The two shows started to make plans after meeting at the official TwitchCon convention in October, and the new trend could be Amazon's uncommissioned answer to a slowly growing collection of interactive children's stories over on Netflix. Netflix rolled a special interactive episode of 2 existing shows halfway through 2017. DreamWorks' Puss in Boots, Trapped in an Epic Tale, and Stupid Buddies, Thundershock, The Maybe Pile. Then in November 2018, it released a Netflix edition of video game adventure Minecraft Story Mode, a full month before a dystopian interactive sci-fi film Black Mirror Bandersnatch caught the attention of the adult world.
What the fuck? What? That caught my attention, all right. What the fuck? What?
So apparently we could be seeing children watching Saturday morning programming on Twitch while they interact with the chat.
And I could be watching Bandersnatch.
Mm-hmm.
That look of disappointment in your eyes, Crispy. The things I enjoy. And the sigh of disappointment from Patricia.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is there to say? Like, really? Like, you're trying to tell me that? Okay, so Patrick Johnson says, out of all the Sonic cartoons you could have gotten, you went with Underground. What is wrong with you people? I guess it's easier to get the rights to it, although that wouldn't be the case because it has music rights. I don't know what.
Yeah. Oh, Sonic Sat AM.
Yeah, that would be better, wouldn't it? But no, we have to get Underground. I don't know. I mean, first we have a 7-year-old YouTuber who's getting his own TV show, and now we're having kids having interactive cartoons that they can watch on Twitch. I mean, what does the world come to?
Have I ever played Outlast? I don't believe so. I think, doesn't that have like the camcorder and like the green like night vision thing going on, but you got your batteries and you got to worry about that? I've seen other people playing that, but I personally have not.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like the name of something else that I know I did play, but I can't remember exactly what it was called. But it was not Outlast because it didn't have a camcorder. But I'm confused now. I was just sitting there like, what is the name of that other damn thing that I did play?
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Well, we do have one more bit of YouTube news, and oh boy, we saved the best for last. and Decker's going to be the one to read it.
Oh yes. I was like, wait, I gotta hear exactly what the hell they're talking about here, and I listened to the thing, and okay, so this is from Vice. YouTube is incentivizing vloggers to promote conspiracy theories, and there's no easy fix in sight. See, all that thing where you thought you were being demonetized and getting your stuff not showing up in search results, that was actually incentivizing you to continue making this content. YouTube has long positioned itself as an alternative platform to the mainstream media, but in at least one crucial way that might not be such a good thing. Researchers are starting to understand the structure and model of YouTube as a platform helps contribute to conspiracy and far-right content creation. Motherboard reporter Caroline Haskins found that many YouTubers have realized fringe content is successful on the site, which kind of goes against the very definition of fringe, but oh well. And because they're rewarded with engagement and views, which means in turn cash, they're incentivized to create more and more extreme videos. On this episode of the Vice Guide to Right Now podcast, we sit down with Haskins for the full story and learn why the problem is so difficult to solve. And the whole thing is about 15 minutes long. And I listened to those 15 minutes, and I kind of sort of made a little list of bullet points of shit that I was like, what?
Yes, please. Why don't you bring that up, Decker?
Okay, so I got a few bullet points here. It's like number 1 point made. This is kind of in chronological order for how it happened in the little podcast there. First point made: YouTube incentivizes and promotes conspiracy theories via its recommendation algorithms and search autocomplete. Now, if you've already searched for something, it might autocomplete it to that, but generally the search autocomplete tends to avoid things that they don't want you looking at. And generally speaking, a lot of the things in YouTube, they have plenty of things in place right now to combat the spread of conspiracy theories. One of the things is generally it does not autocomplete conspiracy theories, like very common ones that are in the system already, and it knows it won't autocomplete that. And if you look for a video for that, a Wikipedia article debunking it is going to be right there in the description. It's one of those things in YouTube that's in place, but evidently it incentivizes and promotes the conspiracy theories beyond logic. Second point: people are attracted to extreme fringe content, so that's why it's made, because it gets people to attract it. But to make the extreme content more palatable, it's made moderate so more people will like it, but it's still extreme fringe. This, I couldn't understand what the hell point they were trying to make. It's like, it's extreme fringe content, but it's made moderate so that more people will enjoy it, but it's extreme fringe.
Sure.
Okay, the number 3 point: creators want to make content that gets engagement and extreme fringe views held by the least amount of people will get the most view time, comments, subscribers, and likes somehow. And there is no explanation as to why so many people do love this fringe content so much, but somehow the content is still considered to be fringe.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth point, which is where we get to the point where I'm listening to this person talk, and I'm like, you are a raving lunatic with conspiracy theories. Because evidently extremist YouTubers that make this extreme fringe content are only pretending to believe it and pretending to be real people like you and me. They're not. They're not filming in their kitchen because that's all they can afford. They're doing it to make a connection. That fake the connection. They feign authenticity. They seem like regular people who hold certain views that they are expressing. They are, in fact, faking it for views. People don't make stuff that they... Right, okay. So, 5, expressing extreme views and playing it like it's your real views, but actually not believing them somehow is a loophole in the rules of the platform. They said that because they're faking it, that means that this would be against the rules, but it's now not, because they're faking it. And I'm like, what? And then they go into it further. Presenting views on YouTube that are not factual, as factual, this person evidently believes is against the terms of service. But presenting views that are not factual as only maybe factual is allowed, and that's the loophole around it. And I added a little comment to myself here, like, so I guess every review I got facts wrong in should get my channel deleted. I've said things that in my videos that are not true, and I fucked up. I fucked up, said something is true. It's not true. According to this person's account of how the terms of service work on YouTube, evidently that should get my ass banned. Shane Dawson, prime example of extreme fringe content, mentioning silly conspiracies like in his video about, in one of his conspiracy videos talking about the California wildfires, mentioning the conspiracy that electric companies blew up microwaves intentionally to start the California wildfires, being one of those conspiracies. It means that he has covered the same content as other channels that do mainly conspiracy theories, and they also cover things like globalist world domination, and therefore Shane Dawson talking about microwave explosion conspiracies needs to be held in the same regard as, you know, chemicals in the water that turn the frickin' frogs gay. by merely talking about the same content as the bad channels, sometimes talk about Shane Dawson as covertly given his approval of all of the other content those bad channels cover, including anti-Semitism, homophobia, etc. Another point, demonetization, yeah, that's there, but it's only a financial blow in theory. It's only a theoretical problem to your bottom line to have the ads not give you money, like no money going to you. That's only theoretically a financial blow.
Theoretically, this is my fuck you face, not you, Decker.
because Shane Dawson also has sponsors to advertise in his videos, so even his demonetized videos are still a big money draw for him. Ignore the fact that demonetization also kneecaps your views, and therefore if you're putting out a video that gets less views, sponsors aren't going to pay as much for a sponsorship in that video, especially knowing it's a subject that is going to be kneecapped on views, such as talking about conspiracy theories.
Right.
Blair White is an example of extreme fringe far-right content, but only recently she was one that got radicalized, because early on her older videos was just critiquing feminism, and that evidently is not really anything that, I don't know, but she's further point connected to this was that she outed other far-right YouTubers as fakers who don't really believe what they say, and pledged to no longer cover politics as much because it did not make her happy. But she's still an extremist YouTuber with extreme views. Shane Dawson isn't a conspiracy channel, but he realizes this kind of content works for him. Which, as I note to myself, yeah, it's a funny way of saying it's hindered by the algorithm, but he likes talking about conspiracy theories, so he does it anyway and has done so literally for years.
I mean, we did talk about the whole Chuck E. Cheese thing, and apparently that has like millions of views on YouTube.
And it's the same as chemtrails and flat earthing. He's just, as Shane Dawson, dangerous motherfucker with far right, like that Shane Dawson, just crazy little fringe bastard over there. There are channels that exist that started in general content and eventually landed on conspiracy theories and stayed there. And I has put it aside on that note, saying it's kind of like how my channel started on general content, and then I started doing movie reviews, and that did really well, so I stayed there. One said channel that landed on conspiracy videos, and it worked out for them. They wanted to do other things, but stuck with the conspiracy videos, so therefore they must be faking their views and struggling every day with how authentic to seem or not to keep their channel. Instead of just the conspiracy videos do the best and they have a bottom line to worry about. So moving on to general vlogs is not really going to do anything, so they keep talking about that. And maybe it's not a subject they want to talk about, but it's still their views on the subject. I mean, I have political beliefs, but I don't talk about them because I don't fucking wanna. I feel like that everyone talks about that too fucking much anymore, and especially since my channel is focused on entertainment, I want that to be the focus, not politics. So I don't fucking talk about politics. And this is kind of, it's related with the YouTube stuff, and it's like, oh, great. So here I am, but I can understand someone not wanting to talk about something, but they still kind of do, but that doesn't mean they're faking their views. That just means that they're talking about something that they're not, they're a little bored of. They want to move on, but they're still there. I mean, everyone knows the Nostalgia Critic wanted to move on from, Doug Walker wanted to move on from the Nostalgia Critic, but that doesn't mean that the Nostalgia Critic is him faking what he thinks. Well, the Nostalgia Critic is a character. Maybe this is a bad example, but the Nostalgia Critic isn't saying anything that Doug doesn't want the Nostalgia Critic to say. He just didn't want to do the Nostalgia Critic anymore, but then he had to for the bottom line. Okay, YouTube is point number 16. This one was like, what the fuck? Where evidently YouTube is unique in that it recommends videos to viewers based on their relation to videos that you've already watched. Only YouTube evidently does this, or YouTube's the first to do this. as long as you ignore, Facebook ads that you get that are strangely very similar to certain things you were talking about with people in private conversations on the platform, or Netflix recommendations, or do you remember TiVo?
Yeah, I remember TiVo.
Remember how they were saying, hey, it knows what you like because it sees what you're watching and it recommends other things that you like watching. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been a feature in like everything for a long fucking time. But evidently this person thought it was either just YouTube or YouTube introduced it. Point 17. YouTube has stated that they are taking steps to recommend less conspiracy videos, but we need to wait and see if that's true. Again, ignoring the fact that they have done shitloads of things addressing the spread of conspiracy theories on the platform. They have done lots. They have kneecapped views. They have demonetized. They have very much removed incentive to do it, and they have put in Wikipedia links to, hey, here's things saying that this conspiracy you're looking at is total bullshit. Here's some things to go with it so you can educate yourself on some other stuff. They've done lots of shit, but evidently this person thinks they haven't done anything. Number 18, steps to curb the spread of conspiracy theories won't do anything about hate speech or far-right content, so it's not enough anyway. It's like, that just kind of came out of there saying, by the way, hate speech and far-right content isn't necessarily a conspiracy thing, so while we're asking them to take care of conspiracy stuff, when they don't take care of something that we didn't specifically ask for, we're still going to be pissed off at them. Even though also YouTube has done things to curb hate speech, and hate speech is against the terms of service. Let's just pretend it's not. Let's just pretend that we live in La La Land over here. And just... and finally, the last point made in this little podcast they had was even curbing conspiracy videos even more than they already have won't fix the problem 100%. So there could be one or two conspiracy videos that still get out there, it still spread, and it won't keep Shane Dawson from wanting to talk about conspiracy videos. So it's still not enough. Even if YouTube does do more now, if it's not enough to make Shane Dawson not want to stop doing conspiracy videos, then it's not enough. And I'm thinking, what kind of super fucking extreme view does this motherfucker have with this weird-ass conspiracy they got to talk about? That's insane shit, where they're saying that the only solution that they're willing to accept here for this problem is, evidently, you have to put in something in YouTube in the algorithm that fucks channels so hard that Shane Dawson, who is willing to have a video that is kneecapped in the search results, that is willing to have a video that is demonetized, that is willing to have a video that is going to get less views on his channel than his channel, most of the people, there's a little subset of them like his conspiracy videos. Not everyone does. His conspiracy videos tend to get less views than his other videos. So even that, all of that back put together, still not being enough to get Shane Dawson to stop talking about conspiracy, because he just likes talking about conspiracy things too much because he enjoys the act of thinking about these things. No, that's not enough. You gotta fucking punish his ass to the point where he doesn't want to anymore. Even though it's something he wants to say, even though it's something he wants to speak, you have to make it so this guy who wants to innocently talk about these things, not pick a fucking side, not talk about things like this is some crazy shit coming to get you and you gotta do something about it, but just talking about some fucking pizza slices. You gotta get him to the point where he just is absolutely terrified to speak. That's the only solution. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy about, what lengths that people will go to in order for them to get at least a bit of views, I mean, we did talk about many times over the past year about how YouTube has constantly been changing their algorithms lately. And this is the kind of stuff that people will do in order for them to get at least remotely amount of views and recognition.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I got a little bit heated there. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're fine.
Yeah, that Southern Yankee saying, "Breathe, Decker, breathe."
Although I will say this is the angriest that I have seen Decker ever. Like Predator and Prometheus combined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I don't think we really have much to say.
YouTube has done a lot about the spread of conspiracy videos. They still recommend videos that you watch, but it's not a simple, easy thing to just stop, and you have to weigh the good with the bad. Yeah, people looking at things and thinking things like, oh my god, the moon landing didn't happen. I'm convinced of this. That could be a problem. But being able to discuss the concepts behind the moon landing hoax conspiracy and be able to take that information in and compare and contrast it with others refuting it is good. Being able to have a discussion is good. Being able to freely talk about things is fine. And YouTube has done a lot, like I said, in regards to curbing the just wanton spread of crazy conspiracies that aren't really helping anyone. But the idea that it's a platform where people communicate, and there's only so much you can do to just restrict people from being able to communicate. There's a line that you just don't cross after some point where you start getting you're becoming a worse problem than the one you're trying to solve. But yeah, I try not to get political. I really do. I do not enjoy the idea of just having a political discussion, because it always ends up with just two sides that are not willing to bend, just bashing their heads together.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about movies about robots and aliens and Asian women with long legs. I want to enjoy my life, and I think that people in general are a lot more. There's a lot more agreements to be had in just general living. Just smile and wave. Maybe get stabbed or mugged, but you smiled and waved. You tried.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think that we can start wrapping things up. I don't think we really have much to say.
I feel like I agree. I mean, like, after that, anything else we talked about would feel like a step backward.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. I do have new videos coming, so it won't be quiet on my channel for much longer. So
Will Smith is blue and I'm red.
Yeah. Red on me?
Side Assault asks, can we try to cheer up first? That's actually
sure.
not a bad idea. Let's find a nice, bright, happy thing to talk about.
Sure. Let me see. I think I do have a few leftover stuff. Let's see. We could talk about the Dune remake.
Oh, okay. Dune is fun. Dune is nice.
Yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah, we did talk about this a few times over the past year. So, yes, we already did discuss about that there is going to be a remake to Dune, and now it has a release date. It's going to be released in fall 2020. Warner Brothers and legendary adaptation of the sci-fi novel opens up on November 20th, 2020. The studio announced Friday that filmmaker Denis Villeneuve's big-budget sci-fi adaptation will open on November 20th, 2020. I just said that. On IMAX in 3D. The all-star cast for the legendary films includes Timothée Chalamet as the lead character, Paul Atreides, as well as Rebecca Ferguson, Dave Bautista, Stellan Skarsgård, Charlotte Rampling, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. Jason Momoa, Zendaya, and Oscar Isaac are also in talks of joining the cast. Dune is an adaptation of Frank Herbert's classic 1965 novel, which is set in the far future and tells a sprawling tale of betrayal and intrigue set on the deepest in the desert planet of Arrakis, which features a rare and valuable spice drug coveted throughout the galaxy. The novel spanned multiple books series as well as a 1984 David Lynch film adaptation. Villeneuve's Dune is expected to be filming in the spring in locations such as Budapest and Jordan. Villeneuve penned the script with Eric Roth and John Spates and is also producing along with Mary Parent and Cale Boyder. Villeneuve's previous directorial effort was Blade Runner 2049, faltered at the box office when it opened in October 2017, but it earned the type of critical acclaim Villeneuve have grown accustomed through films such as Cicero and Arrival, which earned him a Best Director Oscar nomination. In Dune, Rebecca Ferguson plays Jessica, the mother to Chalamet's character. She recently spoke on The Hollywood Reporter, also betraying a member of the Bene Gesserit, a powerful ancient order of women in the Dune universe. There is a calm empowerment to being in the Bene Gesserit that she is, Ferguson says. Warner Brothers also set release dates for Sundance coming-of-age film Blinded by the Light, which will open on August 14th of this year, followed by November 1st by the Edward Norton-directed Motherless Brooklyn. So yes, more news regarding about Dune, which will be coming out next November. So yay!
So we got ancient like order protect sci-fi, which is like this order of women, and yes. I think I took that way in the wrong direction. The director would not have wanted it, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So, Patricia, what do you have going on?
Well, let's see. More episodes of Dream Machine, which is the DreamWorks podcast that my co-host Aaron Meta and I are doing. We're going to be discussing about Kung Fu Panda next. So that, and also I have a new episode of my podcast, Casual Chats, where I actually recorded it a month ago, but I was sick and I didn't have the strength to upload it. So I will be discussing about a topic that I wanted to cover for a while. It would be deleted Disney songs and Disney scenes, which is something that my followers on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube voted. So that will be coming out really soon. So what about you, Creepy? What do you, oh yeah, you already said what you were working on.
Yeah. Decker.
So yeah, Decker, you're next.
Nothing.
Awesome.
Actually, got some plans going with Creepy. Hopefully tomorrow everything's going to work out, and we're going to work together on quite possibly a next review, if everything goes really well. If not, then I might be doing the next review just with what I'm working on myself. I'm kind of doing two at once-ish, but yeah, it's better than just not. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then tonight, I'm not sure, because I asked my fiance, like, hey, I know you usually don't want me streaming on the gaming channel too late because you like us having nice relaxing time, but I haven't done anything with the gaming channel in a long fucking time, and I'd like to. So I recently got the Super Hot bundle on PlayStation 4, so I'm looking at playing a little Super Hot VR.
Oh, nice.
Played a little bit of the demo, so I was like, yep. I was glad to pick up the bundle for $20 right now for Super Hot and Super Hot VR. And yeah, I'd say that's a good price. I still don't think that the game is really worth the full asking price, but just, you know, it seems like a really fun game, but I have a feeling that it's going to be very short, like a lot of VR games. So I don't like having to put out $40 for a game that I'm going to be done with in 2 hours.
That's fair.
I mean, I've got like over 100 hours in EDF5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Creep. I like EDF5. I haven't gone any further in the story, I swear. I just have like 2,700 hit points.
Okay.
Also, it's really hard to play EDF5 online by yourself because it makes every enemy 4 times harder, and trying to do that with the armor limitations and the weapon limitations. I am progressing, but dear God, those motherfuckers are tough.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so yeah, that's my thing. On the I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it on the gaming channel or if I'm going to be doing it on my Twitch. My gaming channel is on YouTube, Decker Shado Gaming. My Twitch channel is Decker Shado, and yeah, so I'm trying to figure. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to be streaming the Super Hot VR to, or if I'm actually going to be doing that tonight. I hope I am. I'm going to ask my fiance. We have to keep this thing going. It's important. Your family and your love, you still have to take care of them. Sometimes that means your gaming channel doesn't get updated for 3 months. Oh, but also it's still got the reading of The Predator, the 2016 drafts. the an early draft by Shane Black and Fred Decker. That one that was online. I've been doing a dramatic reading of it on the gaming channel, just being uploaded every once in a while. I do that on the gaming channel because the algorithm is a real thing, and if I have that on the main channel, it'll do really well for about 2 episodes, and then it's going to tank my views for everything. So, to put that on the gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that about covers what I got going.
All right, well, sounds great.
So, thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shado.
I'm that long-haired creepy guy.
And I'm Patricia from Old School Lane.
And remember, I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da, da boo dee da boo da, da boo dee da boo da,
da boo dee da boo da, da boo dee da boo da.
Yo, listen up. Here's the story about how Will Smith scared so many children with his creepy, nightmarish-fueled persona of a genie, and he is blue, and I just ruined it.
Okay, we can end it.